Uh,
You have. You have.
We
have we?
Why,
Okay, cool,
why
cool,
am
cool.
If you're
I'm
not,
lower as well.
if you're under like max HP and stuff,
Yeah.
fix it. You
Okay.
have had a long
Okay.
rest because
I'm a set of 4, right?
the very last leavings off was you guys leaving Siren's Rest, heading for the Ivory Sands outpost. I did wibbly wobbly timey wimey a little bit, allowed for conversations, but I did semi-fast travel it, kind of. So yes, you guys have had long rests. You may choose to update your character sheet as needed to reflect spell slots, HP, other resources. Because last session, you guys had an interesting encounter being penned little animals in an underground facility of ancient Yuan-Ti, where the literal corpses of the occupants rose up against you all. Fun, isn't it? Isn't it? Thank you, Leon.
Yeah, I had fun.
Good. Good, I'm glad. But no, you guys managed to get out after setting off the smoke alarm. Or de-setting off the smoke alarm, as roast. It's like you wafted the sensors.
That was me. That was me.
We set off the smoke alarm. Yeah,
It
that's
was
what
me
we
trying
did.
to get my big hat to try and.
But
Just a really hot party. What can I say? Sorry, carry on, Danny. I do apologize.
You successfully navigated yourselves out of that, killing the re-risen occupants and fleeing with some loot in tow. Heading back to your ship, where you saw that your ship was currently being held up by a small vessel, still bigger than yours, and a familiar face, that of Charlotte Hinge, at least recognizable to Josiah only. Very intense conversation was had and being had. A few discoveries were made, and blades almost crossed. When she left, you guys quickly tucked your tails and ran for the Ivory Sands outpost, which is where we're picking up. If there is anything anyone would like to do on the journey to the Ivory Sands outpost, speak now, or forever hold your Mountain Dew.
What to me?
As I am going to...
been any signs of, because you said the stuff that was reanimating the corpses was this fungal gas
that
thing.
was out of character and just telling you for the sake of remembering.
Well, have there been any symptoms, or are we okay?
Are you aware of the symptoms? Do you know what they are to look for?
Are people coughing?
I don't think anyone's been coughing, no.
Okay.
Can I do some sort of intelligent check, please, to maybe think, someone mentioned fungal spores, we breathed a load of that stuff in.
The only thing that I remember that was mentioned in character was when Vlad did a detect magic, he saw the air was permeating with necrotic energy.
Yeah, and that's, I said on the boat trip on the way back, I was going to cast a cure spell, wasn't I?
Yes, you did. What are you going to cast?
I'm just going through them again, trying to remember which one I said I was going to do. 2 seconds. Carry on talking while I look for the rod. It's not that one.
Yeah, I can't remember what we know in and out of character.
Or that is literally all you know, that Vlad did detect magic and he saw that,
and that was it.
The dust in the air had necrotic energy to it, but that's it.
Okay.
The rest
so we wouldn't
that
know.
I told you after the session was just because I wanted you to guys know, because I thought it was cool.
Because it was cool.
Yeah, it was a cool thing I made.
It was, yeah.
Lesser restoration, that's the one.
That will
you
do.
touch a creature and you can either cure disease or one condition, can be blind, deaf, paralyzed, poisoned, etc.
Yeah, and that does cover things like some illnesses and afflictions.
I'll cast. I've only got 2 slots on this level 3, so I'll cast.
You've got a few days of travel, so you can do.
Is that okay if I do it just through the talking then, Danny? Is that
yeah,
right?
That's absolutely
okay. So I'll do that for everyone
over the days of travel.
Over the days, yeah.
Okay, so just to make sure, because obviously you saw some necrotic energies, and understandably you're a little perturbed, just wanting to make sure that anything that could be transferred and could infect is removed, taking your time to cleanse the bodies of those that delved into the under caverns. Anyone else?
Yes, I would like to do something, please, whilst we travel.
Okay,
Because
go on then.
of course I do every single time, because I have a lot of stuff to talk about, guys. I'm going to find Josiah, please. And Vira is going to find Josiah. And
Yes.
she's going to go, hello, Captain. Do you have a moment? Can I steal a moment of your time?
Yeah, I'm just a bit thirsty. Let me have a bit of rum. What's up?
The sun has belly. Oh, I don't even know. Okay, so it was just I wanted to talk to you about what your plans were to do moving forward. If it is not too much trouble.
No. In what way? Like
I have a
expansion,
potential
strategy.
a route for the problem that you discussed with me. Your
Oh.
little friend in the night. Hmm.
She wasn't that little, but yes.
Was she quite big?
It was like, well, I just saw these eyes looking at me, and it was like
Yeah.
my sort of height,
Comparable
lower.
height, yeah.
Yeah.
All you know
So-
was the glowing eyes, comparable in the eyes were about eye level with you, and the voice was distinctly feminine. So you gather
Yeah.
that much at
Yeah.
least.
Loxana seemed Nivara size, not Barnet size, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that. Fuck off.
What?
Yeah.
I heard the noise too.
You don't need to make a noise.
too?
At all this, Nybara just raises like a very slender eyebrow. She's kind of looking. Okay, but that is the problem I would like to talk to you about.
Okay. We're going to find some Yuan-ti then, is that?
Yes. So when I was discussing the white resin with, and she lowers her voice down for this bit when she goes to start talking about the white resin and stuff like that. And Chititik, he mentions that there were potentially 3 locations that we could investigate, or whether Yuan-ti had been at some period in time.
Oh.
One of them is not too far away from where we are going, so I would like to suggest we maybe go take a little look.
Oh, I mean, that would cross a couple boxes off my list. And he does generally have a list, and it's almost like he's like, yeah, stop fucked up shit from happening with the snake people, yeah, okay, and get treasure, yeah, and get Gisser, yeah, I think.
Yeah, it just seems that we are on a path following this Yuan-ti.
If Jacob's fucking around with this Yuan-ti shit, then I want to stop him, find out
Investigate.
more. Yes.
Excellent. So my suggestion would be to go to Underbelly Descent. It is slightly southeast from Ivory Sounds, but northeast from Cloudbreaker, meaning that if we were to go that side, I'm sure we should hit land soon enough.
No, seems
Maybe get
agreeable to me.
a map of some sort to give us
I've-
that pathway. Sorry?
Yes. I was just going to say, have I made you officially quartermaster? I can't remember.
No.
Well,
it
you're
was just
officially quartermaster
assumed.
now.
Oh, and she'll kind of like bow her head slightly, a little bit in respect, and then remember that this is like an elven proper thing. Do you know what I mean? Like she immediately goes into the propriety that she's used to, and then asserts herself again.
You'll sort of
sorry.
just be like, easy up. It's not a dukedom. It's
No, it is just. Thank you. I appreciate the title, I guess.
extra work. It depends how you see it.
I was already doing the extra work, so at least I am being recognized for it now. It is okay. I am quite accomplished at being in the background of power, I guess you could say.
I have noticed.
What do you mean? Do you have a specific example, or is it just a sense?
Well, not to like I appreciate it. I'm not trying to dissuade it, but you have come here and you've subtly nudged where we're going next.
Have I?
Have and he just sort of smirks and looks at Navarro and is like, yes.
Oh,
I
well,
thought that I was being a little bit more
It's subtle. I appreciate subtle. It's just
subtle.
people try to be subtle and put a knife in my ribs, so I'm used to spotting it.
Oh, do not worry. I'm not going to put a knife in your ribs anytime soon.
I wouldn't have promoted you officially if I thought so.
No. I also have a vested interest in maybe exploring some of these ancient temples. I have a belief that, based on our discussions, that these potentially could be a location to the uncovering of time magic.
Oh, your time weaver shit. Ah, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Although I told you, did I not?
yes, you did.
Yeah.
You hadn't said this bit relates to it, but I know you're a time. Well, I call it a time weaver because you won't tell me the name.
uh, does it need to have a name?
Yes.
I think Time Weaver is fine by me.
I mean,
I mean, I am a chronomancer after all.
it sounds more romantic. Like for example, pirate. Rather than person who takes stuff from other boats that is unauthorized. I am a pirate. It makes sense. Like you have a name for
it
things.
really does. And pirates are quite romanticized as well. It seemed to be a life of adventure and a place where all can fit in.
Most.
Yes. Unless obviously that you have a captain who is, from all accounts, sounds to be somebody who is not the best and easy to be persuaded by, in my opinion, that bitch. So, maybe it just took a little longer.
I was also that, and I was also thinking our paladin friend or priest friend. He ain't gonna be a pirate.
No, but he still fits in.
Oh yeah, it's not.
And
not
trust me, I think that lad will be invaluable to the path that you follow.
We're not pirates. You guys aren't. We're on a boat. Some of us are pirates. Some of us aren't, and that's okay.
I thought that if I wore these clothes that I would be a pirate. That's pretty much what Paula said.
I think Paula lied.
Damn it. It was just the first times that I met yourself and Wade. Wade literally told me to go home. It was quite amusing. I mean, to laugh at things. He's not here and I am, so that's weird, is it not?
Well, there is
brutal.
You hear on the wind, fuck you.
Am I wrong?
Well, just I will smirk and say, well, there is a merit for you are alive and he is dead, so...
I think it was... I do not wear armor. I do not carry... Well, I do carry weapons.
You were a big posh elf with a fancy hat.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not that posh anymore.
She's now a big posh
like
elf in a fancy hat that's seen shit.
Trousers.
And I am wearing trousers now. Pantaloons.
Oh, yes. Breeches.
Yes.
Bridges.
Yes. Though she is still wearing a waistcoat and has a big fancy top and everything. I imagine it's like a little bit mismatched.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In that kind of way of half explorer from like something maybe, like 1920s explorer versus a pirate, like somewhere in the middle of the two.
Yeah, I get kind of what you mean, yeah.
But yes, I do not mean to nudge us in a specific direction. I just thought it might be good for you.
I don't mind nudges. I'm just pointing it out. I don't.
Okay.
I would say stop if I didn't appreciate it. I'm just. I think you're used to not being seen. I'm just saying I see you, and you don't have to hide it.
I appreciate that, and I will wait until you say stop to stop.
Yes, well, I mean, most times when I have to say stop, it's a code word, but in this case, as a business transaction, I'll just say stop.
Why would you use the word stop as a code word?
No, I'm saying, never mind. In other places, I have to say stop. I have to use a code word instead. Don't worry about it.
Is this a pirate thing?
Nope.
What is the original? Hello, Paula. Paula, can you explain to me why Josiah would use stop as a code word?
Well, you couldn't use stoppers to get something to stop, and you had to use a code word.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near that one.
I mean,
so you would not use.
I mean,
would you use another?
We'll pay your man to explain.
I mean, Liam's got a point. It's very piratey because it does involve a lot of booty.
Yeah.
So you would use another word instead of the word stop. It would mean the same thing, like a code word for
Yes.
stop.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's
Why? Why would you need to feel like you cannot say the word stop rather than use a code word?
Sometimes people say no when they actually mean yes.
Is Paula here? Is Paula just turned up?
She would just wandered. I've wandered past because you're sat next to the rum.
Nivara a couple times did call out to like Paula for like, is this right?
It's Paula just walks by like.
Because you were sat next to the rum, I assume. So
Yeah.
I'm pouring myself a drink.
So
when
It
you're
doesn't
doing.
matter.
no, please. I wish for you to explain. I do not want to do something wrong.
It's a sex thing. It isn't a pirate thing. I mean, pirates could do it.
Oh, and then she'll say a word in Elvish that, if anyone speaks Elvish, is basically safe word. I understand now.
Ah, we.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Mine's pineapple.
I was going to say melon. It's just funny how it's always fruit.
Why is it always fruit? You would
I
think
know.
it would be something that would put you off from sex, right?
Fruit puts you onto sex?
It depends on the person, I guess.
I guess it depends on the fruit as well, and then you'll do like
Yes.
like a phallic shape.
Exactly. Fruits are usually used as descriptions for body parts. Why would
I
they
mean,
not
you can't
be
call someone
apparently
fruity as well. We'll have to have an up. Yeah, this debate will carry on another point.
Yeah, we just continue talking on about these. Fade away.
Funny enough, this conversation lasts just long enough for you guys to arrive at Ivory Sands.
We're talking about it for 3 days.
Yeah. And in between, you've just got Vlad that comes over and writes restoration on you. Continue.
And then goes away again.
Yeah, I will be deliberately walking away from this conversation. Just do this. He'll walk away. He'll walk away.
But
thank you, Vlad.
And I suppose you've got melons that can just. Oh, we're here now. Excellent.
But
Vlad say, "Oh, remember, we need to buy an anchor. We cannot forget to buy an anchor."
I am going to pull out my list of things to do.
Oh, okay.
But following the coastline for the final stretch towards Ivory Sands Outpost, you eventually will see the docks where there are a couple of ships moored up. Looks like there is some mercantile business going on. You can see cargo being transported onto and off of ships. You also notice, you know, the central dock where it's like a large pontoon.
Yep.
You notice a larger group than usual gathered around on the pontoon, and you can see that they're almost like encircling someone you can't quite see from this distance because like people are in the way, but you can see that there's like obviously a gathering around something going on.
Oh,
can we try and pick up on what the atmosphere is like? Is it happy, negative?
Well, this
you know
is
what I mean?
actually,
Can we get an idea?
As you're sailing in, you can see people are gathered around. Fists aren't flying. There's no confetti either, so you know it's very neutral.
Are they huddled around potentially maybe a notice board of some sort, or maybe a piece of paper that's been
It's impossible to
up?
tell until you moor up. Because I'm just saying that there is attention on something. People are gathered around something because there's a lot of people. You're used to this platform and the dock having business, a few people going to and fro, but this seems to be considerably more than normal. And that's why I pointed it out, because it would have gathered people's attention, because it's like double the people than normal that are on this pontoon around something. But eventually you will moor yourselves up. They're probably having a game of Uno. Probably. Hi, Sparrow.
There's a lot of people for Uno. Hello, Sparrow.
Hey, it's like a tournament. It's like everyone's like throwing their money and betting. But eventually you'll moor yourself up, and a dockhand will come aboard the ship from the port and just basically get the lowdown of like what your intentions, how long do you want to stay, so they can kind of figure it and log you in almost.
We'll leave
Overnight?
the next morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming
Shortly.
your main business is putting the notice out and all of the wood gone, preferably at a profit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Which is fine. It's it'll be a gold just for the nights, because you're not staying for a full day. You're technically staying for like half a day.
I'll take it off party fund.
Yeah, it's not too much. It's normally 2 gold a day, because they give you like full service and stuff. But because you're only there, it's half a day, it's half price, whatever.
Please tell me everyone's on the dock bit, because there's like some kind of flash wood sale happening.
Before we go, can I cast Disguise Self on myself? And I'm just going to alter some of my features a little bit.
Okay, I'm
And just
assuming
explain,
going a little
just in
more
case.
nondescript.
Yeah, half elf, darker hair,
Yeah,
dark eyes.
Mix
like,
a bit of
trying to
humour
go
in
more
there,
deep.
darken down everything, yeah.
Yeah. And I will explain if anybody questions that. I'm just a little bit worried that maybe they got to Ivory Sands and put our face on a board, so I'm just going to look at like something else just in case.
The dockhand will
go
respond
shopping.
to your like little quip, Jose Aramco. No, there's some new people in town, and they're gathering a little bit of interest, that's all.
Oh.
I mean, you're welcome to go over. They seem to be quite chatty with most people.
Yes. Can I, out of character, could I sell the wood to this guy, or is it like...
Essentially, you've told him that your intention is to sell wood. He would ask you, like, how much have you got? He would then go to the dockmaster, and then the dockmaster will give him a price to give you, saying...
Or
oh,
£2,035.
Yeah, so basically, he'll go away, he'll tell the dockmaster will get a price of what he would buy it off you for, check with you if that's okay, and then if it's agreed, money changes hands, they'll send people on, get the wood.
I think I bought it for 2 or 3 silver a pound.
I believe it was 2 silver a pound, yeah.
So anything above, like, 3 or above.
Yeah, I think it was actually more 2.5 to 3 silver a pound, but it's about that. I know the people at Cloudbreaker paid 8 silver a pound.
So I think
The last time we were here, it was 4, if I remember right.
I think I think you would just sell it at 4 if they would buy it at 4.
Yeah, but you could mention that you've had a previous offer before and you've come back to see if it's improved.
Go fresh.
No, I wouldn't. It would be like
the price comes down.
Yeah. Like, you'd be like, the previous offer was 5, so I'm going to take it at 5.
Okay, that's
and
fine.
You make a deception check.
Okay, I will let you make a deception check.
Don't you have a minimum roll on deception?
He does. He has a pretty good minimum, yeah. I believe the
You should have
minimum
gone
you
for
can roll is like 11.
6. Why did you go for 5? Sorry.
Well, it's got to be believable. The DC will, if I'm going like, oh, it was 10 silver.
Yeah,
a pound,
then
that's
the
what
guy will
the
raise an eyebrow because
yeah.
although he's just a dockhand, he's not an idiot.
I can't roll lower than 8. A 20.
Nice.
I'll let the dockmaster know, and we'll see if the prices are better or if he is willing to renegotiate that same offer or maybe different.
Excellent.
I
Thank
will
you.
let him know that you've got the wood, you're here for the day. So please feel free, explore the outpost, do what other business you need to do. And do you require any service to your vessel?
I think we're... Oh, yes, I would like to buy an anchor.
Right. Would you like that to be factored in with your wood?
Yeah, go on then. Well, I was just thinking the irony. I think it's every day a sailor comes in with some wood into dock, isn't it? And he slaps him on the back.
It's not every day that they have a ship coming without an anchor. So,
Well, yeah, I know. You can put it off for too long.
Yeah. We like the speed.
He just looks at Barnet.
I was
Like,
gonna say, and the dockhand kind of cocks his head like, really?
it's like, but it's like Barnet. That's for the anchor's for staying still. It isn't.
I mean, he's loves to sound sometimes in the water.
Welcome to
Depends
the
what you want
outpost.
that.
I will make my leave.
Yeah.
And he will kind of like turn his head and just kind of. But yeah, and so yeah, you're aware that the gathering is something to do with some interesting folk that have turned up on the outpost.
I'll have a nosy, kind of sneak my way through the crowd, get to the front.
Yeah, easy enough to do. No, you don't need to make a roll for that. You can see that there are 4 people, and they're engaged in. It's almost not quite like being a celebrity being swarmed, but in a similar fashion, but more because they are extremely intriguing and stand out considerably. Because what you notice is 4 female humans that all look to be twins. Like so quadruplets.
All 4 of them are twins. Okay.
Yeah, they're all they all look almost identical to each other, with the exceptions of stylistic choices and clothes and hairstyles and maybe hair lengths and things like this. All 4 of them are female with slim builds and fair skin. They have green eyes and wavy red hair that, for the most part, goes to about shoulder length, but some have it shorter, one's got it a bit longer, like just stylistic differences.
Yeah.
They're all wearing armor. Some's light, some's heavy. But the one thing that stands out is emblazoned on all of their armors is a symbol that's like proudly stamped on the arms, and it's that of a fortress.
Huh.
A recognizable fortress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
And they seem quite happy. They seem quite jovial, and like people are just like talking with them because it's not every day you see identical quadruplets all kitted up and in such a fashion. It's gathered quite like an intrigue.
DM.
Yes.
Can I use my PP?
Yeah, I mean you can, but
In public.
My detect magical like illusions, so like it disguise self and stuff like that.
Right. So you basically want to detect magic to see if like it's like illusionary.
What's going on?
Yeah. I mean it's easy enough to do if that's what you want to do. Yeah, you heard Sparrow. He's using his PP in public.
Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of creatures within 60 feet using magic to hide or disguise themselves.
Right. You actually do ping something.
Nivara.
No.
He would, because she is doing disguise self. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, yes. You would notice Nivara is currently emitting illusionary magics, but the 4 that are being spoken to don't. But you notice someone in the crowd is. You notice what you would understand the illusion being presented is that.
Hang on, don't give any too much away. I think I just I just know the location of someone who's fucking around with it. I don't know.
All I was going to do, I was going to give you the description of what the illusion is making them look like.
Okay, bro.
Not what they look like normally.
Oh yeah. I just
like no. This is just so like you see this person in the crowd. This is what they are presenting themselves as right now.
Yeah.
They're presenting themselves as a middle-aged looking human that's got a shaved head, looks decently well built and muscular with like very sun-bleached skin. You know, where they've clearly been working outside for many years in the sun. Clothes aren't terribly fashionable. They're rugged and heavy work clothes. But that person in the crowd who's like kind of looking in at these people does present as using some form of illusionary magic. But the 4 in the center do not. They seem to be fully legit.
Right, so I'll go to Nivara and I'll
Hello?
just point out and I'll say that
Actually, make a history check as well while I'm thinking about it.
Ooh. Throwing out all the
Anyone,
spicy lore.
anyone looking at the quadruplets that isn't polar, may.
Okay.
History.
This is more of just seeing if you remember anything.
12. Quite a low roll for me. Nice, Dax.
Oh,
Is Vlad choosing to roll, or are you not bothered?
I'm not bothered, really.
Okay.
I'm just sitting on the ship at the minute.
Barnet and Dax, you both... Obviously, Dax quicker than Barnet. You both recognise facial features, but again, differences. Do you remember the ship that you took to the Shockjade expedition? Both of you. Do you remember that you stayed underneath and you found a stowaway on the ship? Or a stowaway family?
Vaguely. Well,
There was a family.
I do.
There was a lord and a lady with their children.
yes, I do.
They look very similar to the lady. Not the lord, obviously. The lady looks very similar, but again, facial descriptions, it's another potential. The other thing that you remember, does everyone here remember Kayla?
Yeah.
Looks almost identical to Kayla too. That's 6 individuals that all look extremely alike. And 4 of them are here. Because do you remember when Kayla was on the ship at that point, and you noticed that they had an extreme... The lady and Kayla had extreme similarities in features and descriptions. These 4 look just like those. Again, different stylistic choices and different ways of clothing, hairstyle, maybe makeup differences, maybe a couple piercings here and there. Tattoo even. But you can tell the base facial structures and, like, hair colours, eye colours, height, build. He's borderline identical.
I mean, like, I like get the symbol of the fortress around my neck, and I'm like,
it matches.
I'll go up, I guess.
You mentioned to Nobara about the other guy.
Yes, I was going to.
Yeah, it's up to Barnet and Dax if they wish to divulge that bit I've just
Oh,
explained,
yeah.
because obviously Josiah and
well,
Navarre, neither of you pick up on it, unfortunately. It was a 15 DC. Because it was like session 3 of the first chapter.
I am going to nod and I'm going to summon Kavane. So Kavane's going to like literally follow Josiah, and I'm going to walk to like not aggressively move towards him, but just slowly make my way through the crowd to try and get closer to this guy, and that's it.
To the guy that's illusion magic.
The illusion, yeah. I'm guessing Josiah pointed him out, but Kavane is with you guys anyway, so that just if needs be.
I sneak around following Naivara, but staying in the crowd, just fully hidden.
I'm guessing I don't even know she does that because I ain't got great perception. I'm rogue.
So Josiah, as you approach these people, and you've kind of got the symbol in your hand, have you? I'm assuming took it off, put it in your hand, like kind of ready to like show.
Well, yeah, I'll hold it. Like I've just taken it out of my shirt, so it's like lying in front of my shirt.
Yeah. And as they're talking with people, and you can hear the conversations on anything specific. It's just a lot of people asking weird questions like, how many brothers and sisters do you have? Is it just you guys? Where have you come from? Where are you going? What are you doing? And
Joe.
eventually one of them, one that's in heavier armor, will kind of half spot you. And you can see that they have a holy symbol as well around their neck. And then you'll kind of, you see that side eye and then the double look back like, well, wait a minute. And then you kind of immediately see like the immediate focus, and then looks at you and looks at the symbol and then kind of nudges one of them next to each other and then just kind of gestures. And then eventually they all notice, and a couple of, obviously some of them are still stuck in conversations, but they have noticed and will come and make their way over to you. And the one that first noticed you will go, oh, well met. Where did you find that, by chance?
Ooh, a tropical island in this archipelago, but I live by this symbol now, so I was just interested about yours.
I thought we were the only ones that wore the symbol. That's what made me curious. You know when you got it, by chance? If he was here?
I think it was a couple of months ago, we said, wasn't it, on the timeline, like 3-4 months ago. Yeah.
Feel free to embellish as you need.
Yeah, it's like 3-4 months ago.
Do you remember what island?
Ben doesn't, Josiah would. Well, it was just a nameless island, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, like, so you wouldn't have a clue.
It didn't have a name that I knew of.
Interesting. And she'll kind of lean back to the others and just go, I'm just going to go and speak with him a moment and just kind of get a bit of understanding. All right, you three stay here, yes? If that's all right.
Yes, I've got questions for you, obviously, similar ones.
And kind of, she'll try her best to push you and her through the crowd and kind of like away from the main bulk, and then as she's kind of pushing you through, the name's Felis, by the way. And she's kind of just like, excuse me, let me just get...
With an F or a TH?
I'll put it in chat. There you go. Felis.
Okay.
But no, that symbol you...
Desire.
Yeah. Pleasure. That symbol you hold there is from where we came from, you see, and as far as I was aware, the only people that bore that symbol were people that look like us.
Where are you from, then?
If you don't mind, I would rather not explain right now, given I don't quite know you yet.
You've asked questions of me, though. Can't I get answers from you?
You can, but certain ones will say for now are on hold.
So everyone looks like you, and that silver fortress represents your country?
Well, it's our home, yes. Where we all came from, and as I said, the only time I've ever saw these symbols was with my sisters.
Your sisters.
Gestures semi back to the other three.
Yeah. He's more just like it was mulling over sisters, like sister. Like for Ben, it's like the auntie, the cousins. Like,
right?
Is it?
Okay, I get the logic. Yeah, I get where your brain's going with that. But no, that's all she said. She just gestures to sisters.
Right. Well, there's a pirate that is flying the symbol as well.
Really?
Mm.
Who?
And he's doing some dark shit, so the more I know about
Did you hear me when I said
better.
who, then?
Oh, no, I thought it was a her.
No, she said who.
Oh, Jacob Prescott.
Hang on.
Do you know him?
Name doesn't quite come to mind, but I'm sure if you know him, then others around here might. What do you mean by dark shit?
Mind control. Fucking with some ancient thing under the water. Rituals, blood sacrifice, all the good stuff.
Oh. Well, that definitely doesn't sound pleasant, and if he's using symbology of ours, that can't be good either. Do
Why I
you,
want to know more the context about you.
I suppose that at least explains your advanced curiosity.
Mm.
If you've encountered this man before?
Right.
Huh. Well, we've brought a ship of our own with us, and we could potentially look for him if he's... Because at the end of the day, we don't want anyone if think that we're connected to things like that.
Wait, are you going to try and fight him?
Well, it would be worthwhile to at least speak with him and try and understand where he bore the symbol, because you said you found this pendant.
Mm.
You don't remember the island. Maybe he might know? It's
And you
it's
think you
growing
can-
in curiosity that more and more people now seem to be bearing our symbol.
And you think he will be safe talking to him?
We're capable. We're fully trained, at least in different disciplines, and she'll kind of like hold out small holy symbol. You may choose to do a religion if you wish to try and identify.
Yeah, you would.
Okay. I don't quite know the pronunciation, but it's like Lyra, the goddess Lyra.
Lyra, okay.
Yeah, which you would understand to be the goddess of joy. I'm a cleric of Lyra, and my other sisters are trained in various different disciplines.
Well, I'm not discounting your talents or skills, but the ship you're going to is 50 strong with different people with magical and combat abilities, so I wouldn't
Right.
suggest it.
Hey, I'll take your advice on board. I will speak with the rest and see what they wish to do as well. The one thing that I will at least explain is our group, meaning us four. We're known. Our group name has sort of been chosen for us, but it's Linviticus. I'll put it in chat before you ask. It's
I'm
just
sorry, was that Linviticus?
Linviticus.
You got it there. Oh.
Lynn!
It's at least the name that we was given for our group's sake. Not necessarily our names individually. As I've explained, I'm Felis, and the others, if they can, I'm sure will introduce themselves at some point.
I mean, would you be amenable to meet my group later on?
I don't see why
four.
there can't be a problem with that, no.
Well, and you'll arrange like a time at the inn later on in the day. Like,
Yeah. Obviously, the problem is at the moment they've gathered themselves quite a rabble. Apparently, twins and other lookalikes don't come through here too often.
not 4 of them, no.
Well, it's gathered quite an interest, and we've been talking with them as best as we can. But it gets a little repetitive answering the same questions over and over.
Yes, yeah, I can imagine. So, yeah, we'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you. Be able to speak to you all later on, and maybe you can agree to give us some more a direction or something.
Yes. Yes, we can do that, definitely.
And he'll tip his giant hat, and
Fucking hate that hat. I'm gonna have that hat broken.
it's going to have its own stat sheet. And
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna have an AC and everything. And she'll kind of just give you a courteous, like, bow, and she'll kind of like pat you on the shoulder just gently. Kind of look at the crowd a little bit and just kind of. You'll notice her take a small like hold of a holy symbol and look in the direction of there. and then silently will then eventually walk down the dock towards the actual shoreline itself and onto the land.
Hmm.
You would assume she's probably cast some sort of spell.
Yeah. I will turn to the group.
Yeah. The rest of your group that is currently slowly enveloping this unknowing person in the crowd that you pointed out
it's
and
just
marked for
myself
death.
and Polar.
Yeah, you
It's
marked
just
for
us two.
death.
No, he hasn't marked for death. I could trust me. I'm not going to kill him. I just thought Nivara's gone after him, and Polar's kind of following. I don't know if she's
I'm
trying to
following
support
Nivara.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nivara.
Okay.
I thought so.
I'm bodyguarding. I'm not
So
attacking.
let's look at Nivara. As you now see the 3 remaining sisters. Just as a thing, like, so Felis is in like heavy armor, and you saw a small holy symbol on the neck. One is in heavy armor also, with a donned tabard, but doesn't seem to have any holy symbol present. But you do see like a large, like, long sword on the hip and things like this, and a sword on the back. You also notice that one of them seems to be wearing no armor. He's extremely lightly armored, if any at all. Seems to be wearing like a form-fitting clothes, but you notice the hands wrapped almost slightly.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice that the third one seems to be wearing simple leather armor, but has got 2 short swords on the sides and has you can see the neck of an instrument on the back. But focus off them for a moment as you slowly make your way through the crowd, trying to keep as better eye as you can. The human man doesn't seem to be noticing you guys, and he's just kind of like looking in at the 3 now in the center as you make your way around. I will say make stealth with advantage, because obviously there is massive distractions going.
Yeah.
And that's both of you.
Both of us.
Yeah, because you're not just lingering, you're kind of walking with a semi-purpose, and you are watching him, and it's whether will he see you guys sneaking up or like sleuthing through, keeping eyes on him.
Does he notice that people are paying attention to him specifically?
Well, I'm going off his
kind of
passive as well, because he's not
Yeah.
actively looking. So yeah,
17?
yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. As you make your way through, and you get within a couple feet of the guy relatively easily, and you manage to get behind almost as well in the crowd, like maybe 1 or 2 people in front of you, and you can go forward if you wish.
Yeah, but I want to kind of pull up so I'm next to him, not behind him, because
Yeah.
that feels very aggressive.
No,
Not knowing if anyone's around me, I'm just going to kind of like move a little forward and just get into
I'm
his like.
behind them.
Free scumbag.
yeah, so it's
And
easy enough to
Nivara
do with
just-
the stealth, yeah.
We'll just lean over and go, I have not seen anybody, well, quite so many bodies that are exactly the same in some time. What about you, friend?
No, no, I have not seen. It's interesting.
Do I detect a little accent, sir?
No, I've just lived around here for a while. Pick up a few bits here and there.
Ah, interesting.
He's too tall. Stop it.
I was wondering, there is quite a lot going on here. I can barely hear. Would you like to go to the tavern for a quick drink?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
I really think you should have a drink with me.
Make a persuasion check. Or an intimidation check. Your choice, because he's not happy.
I said,
Oh.
have a drink with me.
It wasn't I said it, was I think you should.
Hmm.
I really think you should.
Yeah, it's coercion.
19.
Which is what it was more of a
Yeah.
coercive text.
It
That's
wasn't
why,
you're
that's-
going to have a drink with me now, or I'm going to murder you. It was more
no, it's
you should.
it's subtle
A moment for
coercion.
conversation.
It's subtle coercion,
yeah.
which is why I allowed the potential for intimidation.
Yeah.
Sure. I could have one, but I must leave after one.
Are you? And she'll kind of turn towards the tavern and go, "Are you here for a specific business, friend?"
Yes. I'm here selling my wares. I have a
What are
stall
your
set up
wares?
in the market.
Really? What do you sell?
Wooden carvings, mostly.
Ooh.
Are you rushing off from this island?
No.
Just back to work?
Well, I came to see the. I came to see the trouble, and then saw it was these, and wanted to leave.
Can I subtly look down at his hands, knowing that basically Josiah's pinged him? Does it look like he has calluses on his hands? Like somebody who would be working with wood quite a lot. And I don't mean that word, so just before we just saying.
Hands look rugged and well worn, like the person you're speaking with. But in the same vein, you are pre and forewarned that it is an illusion.
Yeah, so I am.
So
what I will do as we get
thing
closer,
is, you kind of notice, but then you remember, like, it could be an illusion.
can I take us down an alleyway, essentially, somewhere that I'm going to assume that no one can see us?
The problem is,
Can I do that?
if you look at the map, it's not one-to-one to scale, but with the exception of the market, which is incredibly busy, the only alleyways you could probably find is in the residential area, but that's literally only residential. If you took him down there, he's going to cotton on something's up. Because that building where Vlad's character is, that is the tavern here.
Oh, okay.
And then
so
you have
it's
the market
literally
in the
like-
centre. Yeah. It's not like a proper town per se. It's very much like an outpost. It's not, like I said, it's not a perfect to scale map, but it's visually enough of an idea.
Cool. I'll continue to take him to the tavern then. But when we get inside, I am going to take him to the most in the corner table.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
He'll slowly
So,
follow you in and take a sit down and like kind of hold on to the table, like on the side of the table as he's talking with you.
what would you like to drink? And Navarro will order a quite nice Alvan wine, but pay close attention to what he orders.
I bet he's thinking of Paul there, isn't he?
Maybe.
I think he's quite concerned. She is pushing a little bit, but there's reasons for this.
I will take just an ale.
Oh, sorry. What was your name?
Martin.
Martin?
Yes.
Do I recognize this name at all? Have I heard it before in my past?
You can make a history check for it, I guess.
Pretty
I
common
know it's a
name.
bit of a
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm just wondering if it's a specific nom de plume. Oh, never mind. That's a 12.
It's not that you recognize. Do you recognize a Martin? You know a lot of Martins. Like it's like a Mr. Smith. Do you know what I mean? It's a relatively common name, along with like the Tonys, the Terrys, the Daves, the Franks. Martin's a relatively common name.
So, Martin, is there a specific type of wood that you enjoy working with? Oak?
I prefer
Birch.
the softer woods, easier to carve with mostly. The harder woods are better for furniture and things like the tables and chairs.
So, where did you come from then? If you do not mind me asking, you said that you have been from around here, but we did not notice you when we were here last.
Well, I keep myself to myself for the most part. I travelled in here last week.
Where from?
Just Lance.
Oh, where was that be?
What was that, Rose? Sorry.
Where would that be?
Just east of here. East of here.
Oh, pardon. I thought it was to the northwest of here.
Oh, yes. You're right. You're right. My bad. Mine's been fuzzy lately.
Oh,
Okay,
How
I'm
so?
gonna.
are you gonna sit
I'm
down
gonna-
at the table?
No, I'm going to wander past, and I'm going to act like I'm a little bit drunk,
Okay.
and I'm going to deliberately fall over. And as I do, I want to try and just kind of touch him to
To see if your hand goes through.
get rid of the to break the illusion. So I
Yeah, because if they're, say, smaller than the illusion, your hand will go through it.
Hmm.
Also, I would know that if I keep talking to him, eventually the time's going to run out, right? I know it's going to run out of mine, so I am keeping very close attention to the amount of time
yeah.
it passes.
They're just like waiting
Yeah.
each other's
So
time.
you're
Yeah.
running the time down, and I'm going, fuck this. I want to poke him.
It is very,
Make a performance check.
It's great.
Paula, to
Performance.
see how convincing of a drunk you look. Very convincing.
50.
Now make a dexterity saving throw, but we're gonna invert it. So the higher
You want to roll low.
No. The high, like what I mean by invert it is rolling high is going to fail, but in a good way, whereas rolling low is going to fail in a bad way. Like because you're purposely
steady myself.
You're purposefully trying to trip yourself up, but you're trying to make it look convincing in a way. It's going to link with the performance a little bit. So you're definitely going to fall, but it's whether do you fall in a way that looks right, or do you fucking like just stand next to him and just flop on him?
Does that look good enough?
Yeah,
Just asking,
I'm
does that
happy,
look
to, I'm
good
happy
enough?
to flop on him.
I mean, it looks good enough to me. So as you
Okay.
kind of
I'm just asking because if it didn't, I might have changed time, seeing that Paul has just stumbled towards the table and flipped over. But if it looks good enough,
so
I'll leave it.
Paulo just walks forward, kind of probably like muttering and gurgling to himself a little bit, and then just kind of just like takes one step to the right and then two quick steps to the left to kind of like tipping the center of balance a little bit and just kind of falls on the table, but like shoulder, elbow, hand, arm on the left side kind of just like leans onto the shoulder of this guy. And funny enough, shocker.
And goes through.
Yeah, very slightly. Not too much of a difference, but definitely smaller than the build would suggest. This looks like a well-built husky man, whereas it looks to be a bit more of a slender build, or at least just smaller. As that it goes through slightly. And you kind of like lean up Polar as like Martin kind of reacts. Excuse me. What are you doing?
Yep, so I straighten up and I very deliberately tap him on the shoulder, but going through the illusion. Sorry, friend. And then I sit down next to them.
Paula,
Yeah.
I wonder if we should maybe take this a little bit more private? Are you happy to entertain our guests while I go and pick Cora's room? So we can have a chat. You understand, right? Martin?
Yeah?
Cool. I'm gonna go get a room. Just so that we can go and talk to him. Can I get that? Get a room?
Easy enough to procure yourself a room. It will cost you 2 silver. for the
2
night.
silver. I'm going to take it out of the party fund because we're going to end up needing the rooms later anyway.
Okay.
This is party business.
Is it?
I don't mind.
It's not torture.
It
It's
might not be.
enhanced
This might be
interrogation.
nothing.
I mean, also, like, some guys would be into this. How much was it? 2 silver?
Yeah.
Melon.
And then, yeah, can we take him to the room if
easy
he
enough.
comes along with us? Yeah.
He will very coy and nervous. And that it's what it is, Sparrow. Like, it's perfect because it helps. Like, I prefer it when people like players do it because it helps me identify when someone's talking in character compared to when they're talking just as themselves. Because
Using the
doing an
accent.
accent.
yeah, because when someone doesn't do an accent or will only do the accent 100% of the time, sometimes it's hard to tell what's an out of character comment and then not react on it. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It helps because then I know what to react on and what to just listen to.
Yeah, also it is a little
I'm-
bit
I'm
like that
not
where I will
attempting
be
an
like,
Because I do it as well.
No.
Like, and like these guys know when they run for me. If I'm talking in accent, it's in character. Otherwise, if it's normal, it's
Yeah.
not. It helps. It helps a
well,
ton.
also sometimes
Is
it's the way that you do speech, because like Sparrow's identified as Navarro will be very prim and proper, but as Rose, I'm like, right, I'm getting a room, cool, let's do this.
Fucking get in there, lads. We're fucking in
yeah.
there.
We're going to walk Martin upstairs
Yeah,
to the room,
Martin
or the
will-
back wherever the room is.
You notice that Martin's demeanor's like shoulders have dropped a little bit, almost like someone who's just been like caught and obviously very fuck. But you notice he's
I will say,
extremely
Vane
worried.
is still with the other group as well. Yeah, I get it. His vibes. He's a bit nervy.
Well,
Do not worry, we are not.
Go on.
We just want to talk
Right.
and understand a little better why you are lying so much.
I lean forward a bit. It's like,
And close the door behind us as we walk through the door. I imagine we're saying this and trap him a little bit. It's real bad, but we're not doing anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say he literally did nothing to you guys, and you just
I
fucking.
know, it's like-
yeah.
We've not done anything so far.
No, but
Josiah
he
just
didn't
points
do
it out.
anything to you guys. You just fucking saw he had illusion, and you fucking trapped the man.
Josiah
I
didn't
thought we were going to
intend
murder
it.
him.
He just went, "Oh, that's a curiosity. I'm going to go speak to this woman." Then he's come back and disappeared.
Yeah,
They fucking black-sighted him, and I don't.
yeah, that's exactly what's happened. You're gonna come back with Polar with like a dagger, like about to pierce an eyeball, and you just be like, "What the fuck, guys?" And then Polar will be like, "You told us he was weird."
There is very specifically reasons why Navarra's doing what she's doing, and Danny knows why, so he's winding us up. So
No, but it is funny because literally.
it's funny. Yeah. I agree completely.
But yeah, no. So
So
you
yeah,
walk in and
close the door behind us.
the voice.
It's a good job lovely job on the illusion. By the way, and gesture up and down.
The voice will change from the common with a very wandering accent, and as you picked out, Rose, pretty quickly. He will speak in Elvish. Please, don't hurt me. I promise I will not do anything again. I will just don't take me back, please.
Does Polar speak? I assume Polar, you're a half elf, right? You speak Elvish. You're
Yeah.
getting this as well, right? Okay. We will not hurt you, friend. I will respond back in Elvish at this point.
Responding actually kind of responding in Elvish kind of makes the situation worse for him a little bit.
Probably
Okay.
scares us.
And yeah, he kind of wide
Okay.
eyes a little bit and a bit like,
Okay.
please,
I will go back
Please.
into common and go.
please,
I promise.
please, don't. Just wanted to leave. That was all.
Why are you running?
Wait,
Who are you really?
you're not with them?
No, our friend picked up the magic, and we were suspicious. Other than that, we're not involved.
Right.
No.
Might as well just come out with it. We're not involved.
You will watch the left hand goes to the right, and he goes to grab at one of his fingers. You guys do anything? I'm saying this slowly.
I'm reaching for a rapier to ready, but I'm not
No.
drawing.
And you will see him twist and pull off something. And as he does, you'll notice that there is now a ring in his hand as the illusion drops.
Yeah.
And you see stood before you a drow male.
Ooh.
Ah, okay.
And you'll notice that he's also wearing like a heavy leather like choker with like a metal loop on the front, and you can see that it's like
Goblet chokers.
yeah, And you can see on the and you can see what was heavy workman's clothes have been replaced with very worn and dishevelled peasantry clothes. You can see scars and marks and like different issues on the arms and things, on the face and the neck. You can see heavy bags under the eyes, and you notice as well that on the other hand, on the left hand that he grabbed the ring with, there was another ring. Just as a point out. But so he had two rings on him, one that seemingly dealt with disguise and something else. I just wanted to escape. I didn't know that it would be a problem if someone would be in disguises and out here. I left my owners, as it were. I was just looking to leave. I thought you were going to bring me back.
You're a slave.
Sort of, yes. Well, not no more. I would rather die than go
For
back.
who?
Definitely. I'd be the same.
We may be your route off this island. Who are you running from?
2 days ago, I led
Isn't it?
one of the manors of the Underdark. Made my way here.
Me there. That bit.
What, Carl?
Sorry, I'm just talking, Pippa.
Okay, sorry.
Oh,
I left one of the manors of the Underdark. That is where I was being held. The mother matriarch there. Cruel and unkind to most of us. I took my chance, stole what I could, and left.
Slaves do make the best pirates, and I give Naivara a look of recruitable.
Nivora already smiling at this point and goes,
Already twigged, yeah.
Oh my,
Yeah.
I can't wait to react to this.
Decide,
So-
yes, this random drow ex-slave.
Well, first we interrogated him, then we might have killed him. Now he's on our crew.
No, he's our best friend.
But we're getting ready to murder him, and then we like him.
To be fair, that sounds pretty piratey. It sounds like the standard recruitment process.
I didn't think
Yeah.
nothing of it at first, but when you started poking holes in my accent, I thought that you
You should-
picked up on the elven ancestry, and
Oh.
I thought you were looking to recapture me. They always send
Oh,
people
no.
looking for us.
No, you're
maybe
good with us.
also, if you have some time whilst we are taking you to the next place, or maybe if you stay around, I will show you how to do some espionage, because I am sorry, but you are rather bad at it.
I'm sorry, you're going to teach
Dang.
espionage?
I can't believe you just cussed him out for his poor espionage skills when he's literally just trying to
Captured him
survive.
within 3 minutes!
The man
We
just took his
captured him.
one chance to escape. He's not
Yeah.
trained for this. He's just a man.
Yeah, I know. I said I was going to train him. Like, yes, we will talk later
He's had
about
a
this,
right
Paula.
day.
Yeah.
All we want is
Day, it's been 20 minutes.
What was that, Rose? What was that?
But yeah, Naivara will be like, yes, espionage. We will talk later, Paula, and give her a little wink. So, can you put the ring on and we can get you to our boats? Maybe we are going to stay here tonight. So, oh, sorry, that was a bit presumptuous of me. I can have a chat with our captain, but do you have any specific skills that may be advantageous to us?
Did we get a name yet?
No.
Oh, his name was
Say that out
Martin.
loud.
It's Martin. Oh, sorry, I'm guessing
I'm a little
Martin
concerned
was
about
fake.
Real
how
name,
many
yeah.
people we keep just
Yes,
taking on willy-nilly.
yes.
That ain't there.
Vithmaran.
Ooh.
Dithmaran.
Yes.
Oh,
Martin was
I
a name that
Sorry?
I had yesterday, and It stuck. It was the first one that I thought of when you was asking me.
Martin. We will
Safe
workshop.
name. Yeah.
Mm. You can choose whatever name you want. Most of our crew goes by all sorts of weird names, so you can choose your name. We do not mind.
This is my proper name.
Vith.
This.
Fifth.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Naivara or Naya.
He's still extremely tense and nervous, and he does put the ring back on in the similar look-alike form. It has changed slightly, like in all aspects, just slightly, but it returns. But he's still extremely nervous, but he doesn't feel like he's immediately to have a blade in his back, which is a good thing for a man, like to feel like he's not about to be stabbed. I think that's
Does
an
help,
important. I
yeah.
think that is an important thing to feel during a day, not being stabbed.
Shall we go downstairs maybe and have a drink and be a little bit more in public? Is that as if you do want to have a chat with our captain? Maybe to get refuge of some sort?
It would be.
And then you can either pick an island or pick a job. I guess.
Yes, it would be. I would.
I don't suppose you're a navigator, are you?
No.
Oh. That would have been very
Do you-
convenient.
But
Have any martial skills as such?
I can fight, yes.
You can fight?
I can.
You're cutting out a little, Danny,
I
when you.
I can, yes.
Yeah.
Most of my upbringing, I was made to be a servant, for the most part, a cook, but I can fight, yes.
A cook may be useful. We'll have a chat with our captain. It is up to you, though, whether you wish refuge on an island somewhere, or whether it's that you'd rather keep close company with people that will have your best interests at heart.
Yes. I just worry that things might catch up soon if I don't leave. I was
Yeah.
taking looks at the docks, looking for maybe a vessel to leave on, because I'm worried that they're going to catch up soon enough.
Well, we leave in the morning.
Right.
We will be going towards Underbelly Descent, so we will definitely be leaving this island. And if you are on the seas, you are much more difficult to catch.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
We will have a chat with. We'll have a chat with Josiah, because it is like I can hear him in my ear, and he's already getting back. So
We're already getting told off, and he's not even here yet.
yeah, I
No,
mean,
it was
I am
more
his
like-
official quartermaster, so maybe
No,
I
it
can
was
make
more
some
like, oh, it's
decisions then.
safer on the seas, and I just said, tell that to Wade. I was like,
Wade is getting it tonight. Jeez.
And every session there's a dig somewhere.
Well, yeah, because he's dead, so we had to dig the grave, right? So we're just gonna keep
well,
digging.
no, we did. We left him with a random bloke.
That's the only thing you didn't dig.
Okay, cool. Shall we go get some drinks?
Yeah.
Let's wait for the rest. Come along. Navarro will get up, open the door, and just be like looking over her shoulder, being like, I don't know how I am going to explain this to Josiah, but I might
It's
just need to make a
almost-
quick trip to
It's
describe.
almost like when, like, you know, have you seen them videos where, like, a woman will come back home and she's got, like, a box of puppies, and the husband's just like, where the fuck did you get those? Take them back! And then the woman's like, no, they're cute. This is this. Where did you get this man? Well, he needed a home, so I thought we would
You know,
help.
it's like this. It's like, oh, this is interesting. There's a bit of magic going on here, and then like I'd go away for an hour, and it's like, this is the Viff. He's our new friend. You're like, all
No,
right.
it's actually really cool though, because without that random bit of
Yeah,
PP
yeah,
outage,
yeah.
you would
Yeah.
never have found it.
You know, you get your
Yeah.
PP out and adventure beckons.
Yeah,
You know what?
Because I have plenty of things that go on in the background.
Wait,
This is proof that there is plenty of stuff going on. It's just you've got to look in the right direction
yeah.
at the right time.
I like to think it's actually that you got your PP out and it showed you towards a
It's like a dowsing rod.
bound slave.
It's like a dowsing rod.
Oh god. But yeah, we'll take him downstairs and I'll get some drinks and stuff like that. We're gonna just run a tab, so just let us know how much we need to pay tomorrow. We'll sort it out then, Danny.
That's
I
fine.
assume Josiah comes in because he's organised the tavern to be the meeting place.
Yeah, and eventually, if but before you guys do meet up, Barnett and Vlad, is there any business you guys want to do before?
Dax.
And
Dax, sorry. Yeah.
Adam's here.
Yeah, I forget Adam's actually here for once.
Oh,
Enough for me, sorry. I'm just content.
That's fine. Barnett, Dax, is there anything you guys want to do? You don't have to if you don't think of anything.
I'm okay, I think.
Okay, Dax?
Let's just hang around the bar area.
That's fine. So eventually you will all meet up as a collective. I just wanted to give you the option just in case, if anything
Yeah.
comes to mind. But eventually
I think
we'll
at this
meet
point
up.
as well, the sorry, Danny, the disguise self would have dropped, and she's not bothered to put it up. It was just more
Yes.
so she was worried when
But
we were on the docks in case
You
was on.
do notice that when you kind of gauge when he put the ring back on and obviously the disguise self reapplied, I believe it's an hour, isn't it? It
Yes,
lasts-
disguise self does.
You
yeah.
notice that his doesn't run out.
No, he's got a magical ring that
Yes.
does something. That's what she's guessing.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out that it seems to have a bit more than just the spell.
I twigged to that as well.
Yeah, it goes
Yeah.
longer, like, and obviously with your keen mind, you know precisely to the millisecond when it should have run out, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't.
Fascinating. Did you pick that up from your previous mistress?
Yes, it was from the mother matriarch, yes.
Ah, how fascinating.
This along
I
with
would-
the other ring, which allows me to not be absconded by sunlight.
Ah, I have
Drow.
heard some.
Yeah, because Drow have sunlight
Yes.
sensitivity. The other ring basically...
That was in character as well.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
yes.
While
Drow.
wearing the ring, essentially, they don't suffer from sunlight sensitivity.
Magical sunglasses. Cool.
Pretty much, yeah, but as a ring, yeah.
It is believed by the Elven Church. I do not know if this is true, but this is what my forefathers and mothers would say, was that during the Great Split, that you guys decided to head under the ground, and just over the years, got used to it down there. What do you think of that? Is there any sort of religious formatting your home?
Are you aware of the god Lolth?
She is one of the 5.
Yes, well, the house that we lived in was extremely devoted to Lolth.
It is. I have heard, even so. So, I'm not a very religious individual. I am not going to lie. I tended to stay away from it as much as possible. But with the religion of where I am from, it is more that Lolth was a misguided friend rather than evil. But I do know that some do evil acts in her name. Would I be correct to assume that is what your mother matriarch was doing?
I don't know too much about how other people worship, but she was particularly zealot. She would often bear sacrifice of the other men and the boys in her name and try to have others bear gifts and become the Driders and be chosen.
Drider?
It is
Half spider, right?
Ah,
yes, it's a gift that Lolth bestows upon her chosen, where they become born anew with no powers, no body, no form.
okay.
Elven history is a little murky, to say the least. After the Krieg, when elves were reborn in Armdia, there was a little bit of prosperity for some time, and then there was the Great Split in which each of the gods wanted to have dominion. Well, one god in particular kind of didn't like their place amongst the hierarchy, and their followers left, if I believe so, en masse. But this is why you have sea elves are now in the sea, you have the wood elf in the woods. We all kind of found our place, almost.
It's at about this point when people start to come in, and obviously, Josiah, you can have your what the fuck moment.
Well, you walk in, he already doesn't spot him at first, and he's probably like, so are high elves up in a really high place then?
No. Well, it is
I
all
get
to
it.
do with families. I know you get it. It was just not a funny joke. So, but no. Well, actually, quite fascinatingly, is that
I thought you were going to say something like the meth labs, Ben.
Well,
The high elves.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
You wonder why they've always got magic.
More wood elf.
Yeah, but you think no, but that's why they've always got magic, because they take the magical shit.
Oh yeah, magic mushrooms. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are some elves that partake, but no, it is a theological society run by a duo leadership. So we had, obviously in the last 30 years that has changed drastically. But there was a priestess and a grand marshal, and they
Paula
ruled.
pretends to fall asleep.
Oh, all right.
And
Ha, ha, ha,
Josiah,
ha,
during
very
this as
funny.
well, you will notice the person you pointed out before. Slightly different features, but similar enough to recognise.
The fact we're talking,
Also-
have we sorted everything out I talked about earlier?
Possible
what?
crewmate. And I point at
Alright.
Vith.
Yes,
You've been
this
busy.
is fair. He will be coming with us. If that is okay
He-
with you.
Yeah, you've gone from asking the captain to now telling the captain that he's coming with.
Bear in mind,
Yeah.
this is democracy. That this is what the person says. This is it.
I'm sorry, Vlad. I didn't quite catch that. You were quite quiet.
Vlad has a point, yeah.
Huh.
Democracy.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
Yeah, we can vote on it.
I would just like to say that we will be doing this person a great service in taking them somewhere not here.
What do we know about this person?
Quite a bit.
The person that's sitting here with us, obviously. Quite a bit.
He's
I
a
am
hot drow used to be a slave.
is covered in scars.
Did you say
is wearing
hot drow?
ritual stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's hot. Like we assume all drow are hot, right?
No,
Yeah.
no. It
We
just
haven't
seemed
seen him.
it just seemed an odd thing to say in
We-
character. That's so
yeah.
it just kind of like, wait, you actually said that? Okay.
We haven't seen him. You've just seen his disguise. You just like,
We have.
No. Or we
Yes.
Novara will lean over into Josiah's ear and will whisper, "He was a slave, was a drow. He is looking for a way to get off this thing. He was quite scared."
Yeah, and a bit of infill, which I'm sure Rose and Ben probably know, and
Yeah.
Novara would know, is that,
Mhm.
and this is more out of character
Drows is
knowledge.
a matriarchal society.
and
They
it's
they
quite
actually
heretical as well. It's very tyrannical and
Mhm.
very fucking brutal.
In cases, I mean, in your world, Danny, I think we spoke about it before. There's two sects of drow.
Kind
You
of,
have
yeah.
the below ground and the above one, because
Yeah.
Hera was from
Yes.
the above ground.
There
ones
are those
in
that have left.
Polar
And,
Night.
there are those that have left and become
Yeah.
their own, but no, from the drow main drow society, like a male drow could get his throat slit for just looking a woman in the eyes. Like it's that bad. Like it's fucking awful. So it's no shred of doubt that he could have been a slave pretty fucking easy for those that understand drow society.
The problem I see, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to this person or misunderstand anything, is that if we take him with us, which is, I understand your point, is you want to take him with us and get him away from this risk,
I really
we
do.
expose ourselves to that risk.
We don't even know if he wants to stay. It could just be a lift.
Even if it's a lift, we expose ourselves to that risk.
Have we not already done it? Quite a
I
lot?
mean, a lot of slaves disappear at sea
And a
and
lot
become pirates. It's a fairly regular
Not
thing,
only
really.
that.
cash him a few silver, buy him a ship, a transport
How
ship
about
to go on.
we vote and then we do majority rules? But I would really appreciate it if we could take him with us. You know,
Well,
I understand the plight.
yeah. Well, I asked Vith, would it be a lift or would it be a joining?
Well,
What are you thinking?
I wouldn't be adverse to joining if you think I could be useful to you all, but I'm more than happy with just going our separate ways. It was something that I did worry about, that if I stayed, I may incur issues if hunters start coming our way.
Where did right? I know
We
you
have to
came from
remember.
underground, but where did you come up? Did you appear one of these islands where?
I came on to this island from one of the channels from the Underdark here.
Oh, so the fucking dwarf people.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
have you
fucking
already-
dwarf
Have you already
people.
ticked for me? Have you already ticked for me? I think I put an extra tick in. Unless is orange my color
Yeah, orange is your.
for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Blue's
so someone
me.
already ticked. For me.
Oh,
I don't know who's green.
I drew the yay nay thing just so you could visually see it easier, like who votes for what, if anyone does.
I understand the plight and the worry, but I can assure you, this risk we've taken on many a time for other people in need. This is just another time, and
I get that,
Lad.
but we've also, you don't even know if this person's telling the truth. And we've got this mad woman who's meant to be chasing us. We don't know if this person's
Yes.
spying for that.
okay, I understand, but
We don't know if he's working for this pirate king who we're meant to be hunting down. We don't know nothing about him, but what he says, and all that could be false.
we
just
know
think
nothing
that's-
about each other, and we still took a leap of faith.
We
I thought you would understand
we
that.
interrogated him pretty hard, and he was very
Yeah.
passive, very
Mhm.
open.
Like submissive, almost.
I trust him.
Yes.
Did you
Yeah,
give him a
well,
word?
we hardly know you, so a million no disrespect.
Now I'm under scrutiny of
We're all under scrutiny at this moment in time.
Don't you? I know these clerics. Sometimes we are clerics during trials. Don't you like have the truth magic? You, like,
The zone. Oh,
Zone
sorry.
of truth.
Zazon!
Says on.
Yeah, no, Ivara realised that she says something aloud and quickly puts her hand over her mouth and goes, I do not know. But yeah, you can do that.
Yes, I can.
How about then? Tonight, we will spend the night because we leave tomorrow. And then in the morning, you can put Viff in the zone and get some answers.
Right on to the
Will he be willing
danger
to
zone.
accept that?
Sorry?
Will he accept that though?
I'm more than
Is
happy.
it?
I'm more than okay with that, yes.
Excellent. Did you manage to sell your woods, Josiah?
I will say that they would have got back to you. They would be more than happy to uphold the 5 silver previously agreed deal.
Yes, even though it was 4 and I lied,
But
it's now
he
5.
he believed you enough that
Yeah.
the dockhand believed you enough that the dockmaster believed the dockhand. The belief train rolls
They might have
around.
said something wrong. They might have said something wrong in the past. It probably was 5 back then. They basically confirmed bias. They've gone, I think the guy was right.
Sparrow, go have a good fucking day. I will see you another time.
Right, I will happily add in some more money then and get rid of this wood out
Yes.
of my out of the pot.
Out of the fucking party. Yeah, just don't drop it all at once, because otherwise the frames are going to drop like crazy with that many elements on screen.
So, tonight we rest, ready for the morning? Or do people have plans?
Well, speaking of, as you guys, I'm saying that the cleric that you spoke to earlier, Josiah, because I'm wibbly wobbly in the time a little bit. This is like
Yeah.
we'll kind of walk in and kind of like see you and give like a nod if you like lock eyes, and they'll sit on a table nearby, like because obviously you've got a lot of people around your table at the minute.
I asked the 4 ladies to join us because their symbol, they're wearing that symbol, and obviously the whole Jacob shit.
Does he not also wear the same symbol?
Aye.
Do you know much about the symbol?
No.
Do you
That's
mind
why-
me talking with them?
That's why I invited them to talk to us.
Excellent.
Zone of truth,
Well,
baby.
I'm guessing we all scoot our
You get
chairs
Zone
round.
of Truth, and
and,
you
like-
get Zone of Truth.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
guessing
gets
we all
Zone of
scoot
Truth.
our
Yeah.
chairs round so that they can fit
Yeah, they
in.
push the tables together. It's fine. So,
Hello?
hello. This is the cleric speaking. It's good to meet you again, Josiah. I spoke with them, and they all decided they wanted to speak with you, given the symbol you wear.
Excellent, thank you.
And this must be your group, your friends, yes?
Yes. Aye.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is... Scrolls for the name again. Bellis.
Hello.
This here, pointing at the one with the instrument, is Vanessa. Pointing at the one with the other one in heavy armor is Yarvesi. And finally, Adesi. I'll put them in chat, don't worry.
The monk.
Yes.
Well, that's what I guessed anyway.
So, I'm going to put monk in quote marks and Adesi. And then the cleric is Bellis. With instrument is Vanessa. And other heavy is Yarvesi. There you go. I've done it like that so you can link the descriptions to the names. Because that's kind of how I've described them.
Yeah.
Vanessa will kind of like, obviously introductions are back and forth, and Vanessa will speak up and go, well, so I heard that that you have the symbol, right? Of
Aye.
where we come from. Do you mind if I see it?
Yeah, he'll take it out of his shirt, but he's like, I don't take it off. It's good luck.
Alright, if that's as you say. And you'll kind of see a, kind of like, just inspect it and just look at it and like, oh, it certainly looks real at least. Huh. You said you found this on a random island.
Aye. Well, it could have found me.
Huh. Really, really interesting.
I
How so?
was saying to your sister, you've all asked me a lot of questions, and I would like some answers about you guys, so I can
Alright.
understand a bit more.
Oh, she did say that, you were asking things, but you were... Specific details of where we came from and things like that. It's something we don't like to talk about, really. Keep it protected, you know.
Well, it's more like, so it's this guy I'm hunting. He's got this symbol. He's meddling with weird magical shit. I would like to know if that's related to you guys in some way, shape, or form, or if
Right.
you've got knowledge of why he would be.
Well, until
Your
today,
business of where you live is your own. But
well,
that's
until
why I wanna
today,
know.
we were only aware that only we had the symbols, you see, because All of them were made in our homeland, you see. None of them.
Daddy?
Oh, fuck. That scared me, yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe
Um,
jump.
Can I look at what they're wearing, their accents, and try and place where they might have come from?
Well, the first thing you notice is that from Felis to Vanessa, the accents are very different.
Yeah, I'm picking up on that. But like,
But they're
can
all
I have a look
wearing,
more into?
like, it's like off-white. It's like a probably faded white to grey and silver for the most part. And then they're all adorning on their sleeves or on their armor the Silver Fortress symbol.
Mhm.
It almost looks like uniform, if that makes sense, because it's all very similar but different to taste and to style.
It's more so I was trying to gauge if they're wearing anything that hasn't been discovered on this plane, like different metals, different
Right.
type of materials,
Okay.
that kind of thing. I'm just like trying to
Make
gather
a perception check.
perception. Okie dokie.
Yeah, perception check.
Oh, that was on 20 until it flipped. Fucking yeah, that was crap.
No,
5.
it all looks to be natural of this world, at least. It looks like the cleric is wearing what looks like plate armor. You can see, like, the other one in heavy armor looks to be wearing, like, a half plate, maybe. You can see the one that you believe to be a monk doesn't seem to be wearing any armor of any kind, but he's wearing, like, pretty well form-fitting clothes, and you can see they're very stylistically chosen nicely. And the one that you're speaking to at the minute seems to be having, like, it's like a tanned and dyed leather. It's been dyed to be made as pale as possible, and then with fabrics woven and stitched onto it to give it that distinct white color.
I'm still
Weapons and
getting a
stuff.
vibe, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Makes-
Like,
no, I get it. I get it.
imagine
It's
yeah,
to see
something's
four
pinging.
almost identical people all wearing very similar clothing. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a lot of weird.
The thing that's more weird for me is they all have different accents, but they're talking like they're from the same place.
Yeah,
That's
exactly
what's
it.
weirding
Yeah,
me
no,
out.
that's exactly it. They are exactly.
Carry on anyway. Sorry.
I forgot what was being said.
I don't know. They were talking to Desire about something.
They're just saying it's news to them.
Yeah,
they don't want to tell you anything.
Until today, like I said, we didn't know anyone had got our symbol, and then when Felis here saw you, bit odd. That makes sense.
Right.
And we was hoping to find out that because, again, there's only a few of us have been exploring for a while now, and nobody has ever been able to replicate our symbols and things like this. Or at least not that I know.
What does the symbol mean? Sorry to interrupt.
No,
I'm quite intrigued.
I don't know fully myself. I know the symbol was given to us. It's a symbol from our father. And it's just
Your
always...
father?
Yeah, our father. And he's always used it and given it to us. So this is what I mean. Think of it like a family crest. This is why it's very peculiar that anyone else has it.
Josiah is going to go in and whisper to Phyllis.
Okay. And I will answer your question in a second, Navara. Go on, carry on.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just going to say, do you know the name Loxana?
You say that again?
Loxana.
Where did you get that name?
She's a friend of mine.
And how did you make this friend?
Just found me.
I'm going to politely tell you that I don't buy that.
Huh.
On the account that that's one of our sisters.
Huh. Okay.
And a sister that's not left home ever in her life.
I guess he'll whisper like to her again and be like, "Does she have weird-looking eyes?"
Hey, Reed.
Well, it wouldn't be. He's like, "She has cat's eyes." Like he's probably the closest thing he's.
She has magic that can transform her being slightly, yes.
Then, to tell the truth, I found this. I was dead. She says she brought me back, and then she's sent me on a mission.
Is that bad?
This is whispered.
Yeah, we can't
so
hear
the
you.
whole thing
I
was
mean,
with okay.
you can see that they're leaning into each other whispering. You can ask them later if you wish. It's not they're not hiding
yeah.
the fact that they're whispering, but they are whispering.
I think our normal assumption would be that Josiah is hitting on her currently. So
yeah, probably.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Occam's razor.
Fellis will kind of just respond. I think we best talk about this more in private later.
Very well.
But no, going back to Vanessa, as you explain, as Navarra asks, like, what's your father's name? Our father, his name is Arkia. He's the one that's made us all and brought us up and trained us for the most part. I've realised this accent is wandering like fuck, and I can't help it. It's not intentional. It's not intentional.
Novara will kick Josiah under the table at this point.
Out of character. Is that familiar?
Yeah!
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So she'll kick Josiah to get his attention so he can pull over to this conversation. Arkia, you say?
Yeah.
Quickly flicking through
Oh, yes. We need to. And he looks at Fellis, and I keep thinking of Fantasy Fliss, but yes, Fellis.
Felis. Yes.
I keep thinking a different word, but I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I hear it.
He's like, we definitely. Yes, we need a private discussion.
Oh. If you need to, you can. We did purchase a room a little earlier. Where we took our friend to.
Yeah, who's still there, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking at Vith being like, apologies again, Vith. You understand now. We are dealing with some stuff. Sorry.
No, it's do as you need.
But you Arkia is your father? Your father?
Yes.
Ah.
And Edizy will speak up. Yeah, he's our father. Why do you sound so disturbed by it? It's not that weird, is it?
No, not at all. What it was is, so recently we were looking in. See, I am from the museum, and I have been looking into ancient artifacts, and one of them sounds a little familiar. Do you know the box of Adia? Which sounds like Arkia, so I think I just misheard. Is that it all?
Right. No, don't recognise the box of a deer.
Never mind. I apologize. I did not mean to interrupt your conversations. Continue.
But so Josiah.
Aye.
It's just, so you say that there's someone else bearing our family symbol, right? And he's doing some fucked up shit. Not far from you.
Your father's name was mentioned?
was mentioned.
Mm.
How?
Looks at Naivara because he generally can't remember. Somewhere along the line of can't remember the specifics, but somewhere.
Feel
along
free
the
to let
lines
Rose
of,
remind you if you want to say it in Josiah, but you know, it's up to you.
She doesn't remember. She will pretend not to remember. hmm
Somewhere along the lines of us investigating Jacob, your father's name came up. This is going to be a personal question, but I'm just going to ask it. When you say father, do you have the same mother?
Yeah.
But you all sound quite different, like you're from different places.
Yeah, I mean, we talk different, but we're all sisters, no doubt. I will
Well-
also like to point out they all look of a very similar age. There's no distinct,
Yep.
this is the youngest, this is the oldest. That's something else that you would have noticed speaking with them. Like, you don't notice, like, one's like the peppy young sister, one's the older sister.
So who's your mother then?
Don't know, actually. Like, you never really spoke about her. I mean, we've never seen her growing up. He explained that she passed away when we were young.
How many sisters do you have?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me double check.
you the buffering.
In total, 12.
Jesus.
So that
Someone
clarifies there's
busy.
13 of them because she's saying
Yeah.
she had the Edize
Yeah.
is saying
Well,
she
well,
has
the
12
seven
sisters. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you find it curious? Because I think I've seen a woman pregnant with twins, and they're about to pop 12 kids. Don't seem feasible at the same time. You sure you got the same mother?
Well, I mean, we all look exactly the same. So, are you going to try and tell me that we're not related?
I'm not denying you got the same father. I've heard of that, and maybe your father's got strong traits, and you'll look like your father. I'm just saying. It's
The Edize kind of looks at Vanessa for a second, and Vanessa just kind of like, no, trust me. We definitely don't look like him, but it doesn't matter.
And then also, why do you all talk different? Like,
Yeah, you can, Nivara. 2 silver.
Thank you. Just saying in the background.
Yeah.
2 silver a room.
Yeah. What was that,
Cool.
Jose? Sorry.
he was just saying, but when people all live together, they all have the same accent. You all sound different. Like you're all from different places.
Oh.
I mean, come on. I mean, Felix will kind of say, I mean, just because you live together doesn't mean you pick up the same tones and ways of speaking. I mean,
Actually, yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's literally a thing.
well,
Yeah.
you've all been traveling together and you all don't sound alike.
We didn't grow up together.
Not for long though.
No, but we did grow, although we did grow up sort of together, we didn't spend our time all living with each other and on top of each other.
Right,
We all
okay.
had our own...
So you have
lives.
travelled separately.
Some of us have. Not all of us
You
have
might be-
travelled.
This may be quite a personal question, but what is your birth date?
Ooh. You know, Danny's got to make up a birthday. They will explain that they are 23 years old. All of them.
No, I will specify and try and find out when they were born.
I'll be honest, Rose, I haven't done it. It's going to be made up.
Oh, okay. I just want to know. The only reason I'm asking
No, I
is
get
does it
there's a reason why you're
seem
asking.
legit? Yeah. Are they like 6 months old? And because I'm getting.
There's no.
I want to unveil later.
Right, no, I get,
yeah.
I get exactly what you get. I get exactly what you're getting, or at least what I think you are. The problem is, how would you prove it?
No, it was just.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to ask questions quick so that people have less time to think.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
Problem is, really uber niche details like that, I've never writ a birth date
That's
for
fine.
any NPC
Fine.
just because the odds of it
They're
ever being
23.
asked is, yeah, they're 23. But you'll know all of them are 23.
They all have the same birthday.
Yes.
Hmm.
I will point out, yeah, just for the sake of Rose, they do share the same birthday. Specific day I haven't picked, but you know what I mean. That's fine.
Yeah, fair.
But they do share. They do explain and act and seem feasible as they were born at the same time to the same parent, or by the same parent. Sorry, I should say. Although when you hear that there was 13 of them, it just breaks all biological reasoning, which is also very understandable.
You said they were.
Yeah.
Are they human or elf? Can't remember.
They are
Human.
human, yeah.
They're
I
human.
think you described them to be human.
Yes.
Yeah. No, Vara at certain
Sure.
points has been trying to catch the eye of Josiah and give him some sort of inclination that she has an idea, but not actually say this idea at the moment. Because shit.
Or not.
What time of day is it at the moment?
I would say it's probably late
Funny.
afternoon.
Late afternoon.
Yeah, but at this point, Yardvesi will speak up. So, is there anything else that you wish to learn from us? Because you say this Jacob is also bearing a symbol, and I know Felice explained that she wants to find these people, and so then we do too. We intend to find them, and especially now that you said, is I saying right that you said that our father's name came up in conjunction with him?
But as I said to your sister, I'd warn directly. He seems to be harvesting power. Seems to be
This Jacob.
Yes.
Right.
I would caution about directly. Couldn't you go speak to your father about this?
We could, yes, but it is difficult to travel to and from.
Wow, where is it?
I think that is best left alone for now.
Is it? I'll just go and speak to some of you in private in a minute. But is it another plane? He'll just say like
No.
under his breath. Oh, all right.
It is here, on this existence place. Whatever you call it, plane
Yeah,
or
I-
whatever.
It's fine.
But it's just difficult to get to, that's all. And
We've
that
got a
is
ship.
by design. It is difficult to get to so that we was to be left alone. This is why we are concerned that our symbols are appearing outside of where they should.
Yeah, if it's the kind of end of the if things are winding down, it would take Felis or any of the other sisters.
I
to
mean,
a private room.
well, yeah, no, Felis is the one that initiated the let's speak in private. So yeah, at some point,
yeah,
you will declare that you and Felis are going to go and get speak privately.
yeah.
Excuse me. As you do, you'll notice Vanessa put her hand in a pocket and grab a hold of something and look over towards Felis and do some sort of gesture and mumble under her breath. And then Felis will kind of stare daggers back. And then
Can I tell if it's a spell?
and you'll just see Vanessa with a shit-eating grin. It's definitely a spell, but you'll kind of
Can I
see.
tell what spell?
Make an Arcana check.
I can do a
I
thing.
Liam is.
Barnet has a thing.
Ron is getting his thing out.
Oh,
Ignore me,
never mind.
it does
That's a
not work.
natural one.
It's
I'm
a
a bit
spell.
perturbed. It's a spell. Yeah, cool.
Yes, Liam, what are you doing?
I'm not going to do because I find out it's a spell as well.
Okay,
How?
but
I'll just find out the spell
so
happening
you
somewhere.
see Vanessa cast a spell, looking towards Felis, and you see Felis glare back, like for a moment, and then you just see Vanessa kind of with this big shit-eating grin, And then you guys return to talking amongst yourselves. And Felis will follow you, Josiah, upstairs to one of the rooms that have been booked out. Right. So
Can I ask the one that's grinning what she
Yeah,
did?
what the fuck? Yeah.
Or sisters being sisters and just...
I have a theory.
Yeah, is she like winding her up and being like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you can get some" or something?
I just
I
told,
think-
I just
yeah.
told her to use lesser restoration when she was done.
Ah.
Oh.
I need to learn that spell.
Paula. It's like eyebrows just keep raising throughout the last couple of days. She's like, I forgot
Pirates,
how
stupid
horny this pirate boat are.
Yeah, and you also,
Jesus.
and it's also the quote marks bard that's winding everybody up.
Well, yeah, and
Yeah.
everybody's thirsty apparently. Hot drow. Everyone playing with each other. Nalvara's just a sweet, simple Alban girl.
Fuck off.
I don't know.
Fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
No.
Felis will
Oh.
get into the room. So you said you've spoken with my sister, Loxana.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
When? And what was said?
About a week ago,
About a week ago.
she said she saved me from death. She couldn't do it again. And she sent me after someone called Gesser.
Oh.
Don't tell me that's another one of your sisters.
No, that's not a sister of mine. You'll kind of see her take a lean back and just be like, when you say that she saved you, she can't do it again. What did she do? What did you do?
Hang on, sorry. You...
She's mumbling to herself, but you kind of hear, like, what did she do? Like, what did you do?
Yeah.
Like, almost trying to figure out what Loxana did.
Yeah.
Trying to figure that out, do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Loxana's
I've been...
gifted. He has unique abilities. But don't understand how you wouldn't have those type of powers. Not that I'm aware of at all.
She didn't look human. Are you guys human? If I'm being frank, I could do some answers.
Yes, we're human.
Well, she gave me powers.
Let me see your symbol.
Again, you won't take it off, but hold it up.
Yeah, and she will, like, kind of, while it's around your neck, she will take it and she will flip it. And she will kind of, like, try and, like, she rubs the thumb over it and tries to, like, clean, like, some of the smudge off it and stuff. Hang on. One moment. And she'll grab her holy symbol while she's touching it and cast a spell. Oh. Well, that explains how you found your symbol. This is Loxana's.
Oh.
This is her symbol.
Is she... And he looks left to right. Dead?
I don't know. She was alive the last time we left.
When was that? Because I feel like you're acting like you're human, but I don't think you are human, or there's some supernatural things going on, so...
We left home, the four of us. Probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe?
Okay.
We've only been here, in this cluster of islands now for about a few months. We came in from the east. We've been travelling through the different islands there and exploring as what we can. That's what we were here to do for the most part.
Mm.
As I said, some of us never left home. Some of us did in groups, and some of us alone. The four of us have been travelling together, and as far as I was aware, Loxana never left. So I don't understand how her symbol could be then found to you. here in this archipelago, in these islands. On one of them.
But did she? Could your home be under attack? Could your home be accessed from here? Because Jacob seems very pressed on going to meet your father. A completely normal is your father can't be completely human.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Our home is in the archipelago. It's underwater. Hidden. Protected.
I don't know if it's protected anymore. Jacob was trying to get a diving bell. Jacob was using this symbol. Jacob brought me to that island and killed people. And I stumbled across this symbol.
Fuck. I need to leave. Thank you. I need to tell the sisters we're leaving. Now. And she will
Take
kind
us
of...
with you.
She just turns and leaves.
You'll follow. He'll follow and he's just like, we can help.
No, this is something we must do ourselves. If what you say is right, we're dealing with it. We always have. And she'll kind of like bump down the stairs and like we'll kind of get to the table and we'll like kind of lean over the two of them, like with the third one like to the side. We need to leave.
Can I do a Hail Mary persuasion check? Or something to get under their skin as they're going?
What
trying to
do
stop.
you say?
It would be something along the lines of, clearly your father thought he could handle it and he hasn't. He's more powerful than you, isn't he? And that's what I'll say.
Go on, roll it. We'll see.
Because if he's Mr. Magic Mojo Man, then and he's getting
Mr. Magic Man, Shabba.
Magic Man. 18.
And kind of as she's saying, like, we need to leave now to her sisters, and obviously the rest of you guys see, and then, like, I know you said Jacob, then Josiah, like, kind of shouts this across the table. She kind of pauses for a moment and takes a deep breath. And just for a bit of funny context, like, Josiah's shirt is undone slightly with the pendant hanging out, like, because, you know.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
We're all like sitting there, like really, like, oh dear.
How do you plan to help then?
Your sister gave me powers. All these are quite adept. Take us with you.
Fine. But you can't come with us yet. Your ship is not ready unless you're leaving us behind too.
If you can drop us off after. Like...
Josiah, see sense. Please. Navarro will stand up now at this point. I just remember our conversation regarding our other issue. I worry. Give us some time. We need to discuss this as a group. Remember, we said that we would be a diplomacy. We would discuss things. And it seems like you are signing us up for a journey that none of us know what you are on about.
It's answers. We can vote on it if you wish.
Maybe we discuss and meet you in the morning if it is not too much trouble. She'll say this to the sisters.
They're going now.
We're going to find if this Jacob now.
No.
Or we're going home. If what he says is right, we need to leave now. You all can do as you please. We will convene and talk with you when it's possible. I have the means to communicate with you if you need. I have sending. I can do that. Not many, but I can.
He's like, he will just be like, quick vote. We get the ship to do some
can we
errands
clear
here.
it?
Yep.
Yeah, can we clear the thing,
Yeah, I'm doing
please?
it.
I know where I'm going instantly. I do not think.
I nipped to the loo and I don't know what's going on.
Josiah is sending us up. So out of character.
Go on, I'm still out of character.
Yeah, so out of character. I don't know.
Just catch him up
I
if you
wanted
want. Catch him up so he's
Okay,
actually...
so basically,
This is out of
Josiah
character
has
knowledge.
signed us up to go to the place where Al-Qair is, or to go and fight Prescott. Al-Qair. Al-Qair, or however you pronounce it.
Arkia. I'll put it in
I wanted to have a chat with Jacob before this was happening, but I will do still at some point. But yeah, Josiah,
Arkia.
sorry. I'm getting all messed up because, yeah. Thank you, Danny. I voted anyway.
Well,
I'll follow the captain. Yes.
No.
This is not a time to just follow the captain.
No, this is not a time to just follow the captain. Please understand. I don't know what to. She will lower her voice a little bit and just be like, "I'm sorry, Josiah, but I see that you are blinded by your want to stop Jacob. This is a really bad idea. Trust me."
I don't understand why.
We've got capable backup now.
No.
They're going to
talk to you.
Father.
Can you stay here for 2 minutes? Can I talk to Josiah and then the group by themselves? Would that be okay?
You have a
Please.
moment. I'll fill in my sisters on what's going on. And
thank you.
And yeah, so there'll be hushed whispers and talks between the sisters of basically what Felis has just found out.
Josiah, do you remember our conversation of Al-Qair? Arkia? I'm never going to be able to say that quite right.
Arkia.
Do you remember? Arkia.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
He was some strange change-making magic dude associated with Jacob.
It is even more than that. You remember when we had this conversation was after I read the contract. The ones that had subjugated all those individuals back at Elsa's Den. The one that managed a great one, and then you had a memory of a creature under the sea that was able to create, to mutate, to change. Jacob is trying to find a route down to that place, and even if these women are truthful and they are being honest, and it is not that they are going to be taken over or slain or whatever, if we lead Jacob to their doorstep, he is going to get the power that we worry about.
He's already there, I think. He's already been.
Then what is not to say that we are about to go to the place where they are going to... It is the same problem that we had before. And I'm sorry, everybody, I do not mean to single Josiah out. Please understand that there is a time, if he is already there and we go there, we are about to face him with all of the power that he now possesses.
Well, what do? We
Who's playing with like dominoes? I keep hearing like tinkling of plastic.
Yeah.
I was looking at those styluses for school. I was looking at them.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I suggest that we talk to the sisters and come up with a better plan than just running back into an issue.
They were about to leave without us. I managed to stop them.
Okay. So maybe we discuss this and she will motion back towards the sisters and try and get their attention. I do not think that you going home is actually the best idea right now.
Have you summoned them over? Is this not a group?
Oh, yeah. She's talking back to them at this point.
Why do you think that?
Because you are concerned, right, that... What are you concerned about? What is the reason for you wanting to rush home?
Given everything Josiah has explained, it seems very much to me that our home and our father and our other sisters could be in danger. In grave danger.
Would you mind telling me just a little information about where your home is? Is it on the east or the west of the archipelago?
West. It is on the west.
So, here is as I see it, if you do not mind, ladies and gentlemen. And she will like stand up, and she doesn't have a map, so she just begins moving things around like cups and stuff like that. We are here. You guys have made quite a stir since you came into town, meaning that there will be alarm bells ringing about 4 attractive young women who all look the same. No? And apparently there are others that look similar. Other sisters I have overheard?
Yes, there is others.
Okay. If you go running home right now to the west, after meeting us especially, and I'm very sorry, but it seems like our paths are entwined a little, you're going to be leading them directly to your family, to your home.
Jose has already
understand?
explained that they might already be there. It might already be too late at this point.
No.
Which
N-
I'm just trying to remember what island is Jacob based on.
Right,
Ulster's Den.
I'll put the world, the region map on for you. I believe it is
We
Ulster's Den. I
know-
believe you're correct.
Yeah, west and a bit south.
Yes, Ulster's
We
Den is
know
correct.
that they were investigating around the area where the Shock Jade expedition is. It was to the south of there, wasn't it not, Danny?
Yes.
Very, very, very early on first session.
Yeah, that's because you guys were just
west.
you guys were going to the Shock Jade, and their ship found you kind of off the coast, sort of thing.
So
Yeah, it followed us as we were
Yeah.
approaching.
So either they have already found the location and we are about to run into a place underwater without any spells to source that out. I don't know about you, but I can't breathe underwater. I know some of you can have seen it. Oh, well, actually, we lost Wade, so only, I think, one of you can.
Vlad.
But anyway.
I believe it's Vlad.
Vlad and I believe Dax can both breathe underwater. Well,
Dax just
doesn't
doesn't
breathe.
need to breathe, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So we are about to run into somewhere really far underwater without any plan, without any idea of how we are going to stop a man who could
Goddamn
potentially
God.
have the power to change and create. Or we are about to lead Jacob to the location. If he does not already have it, he doesn't have it, meaning he doesn't know where it is. At the last we heard, they were searching. I anticipate that probably, and I'm very glad, please do not tell us where this underground location is, that we could be being scryed on or some other visual thing, based on the fact that Charlotte Hinge was able to basically talk through people. They have power beyond their means. They have this great one. Do you know of a great one, ladies? I apologize. I know I'm talking very fast. She'll say this to Zealous.
There's always been rumors of various different beings that are referred to like that, yeah?
Would your father be referred to as the Great One? I must ask, I'm sorry.
No.
Do I think she might be hiding things?
You can certainly insight that reaction.
I don't expect to know whether she's lying. I just want to see, am I picking up tells that she could be being a little bit naughty? Never mind. I am rolling like absolute crap.
Yeah, there's
What is going
there's
on?
almost an immediate repulsiveness in body language towards Dan's the fuck you mean? No.
Okay. So, do you understand where I'm coming from? Either we are about to walk into a situation without anything. We've spent half of the last few weeks looking around for us to follow the plan that we had set out. We shouldn't be immediately changing all of our plans just because we might know where they are. We already know where they are for months. Now it could be that we know where they are and they have additional powers.
But we know
Or-
where they're based, and they're not based under the sea. They're based at Ulster's Den, which isn't
But they-
under the sea. We could have answers. I'm not saying rush into it, but this is an opportunity. We either take it or we don't, and we're still left without a lot of information.
Which I do understand, but the information that we will get is either Jacob has the power or he doesn't. Right? What other answers are you searching for?
We'll find more about Arkia. We'll find more about what's going on and what his relation is to Jacob and what Jacob wants.
I could maybe scout out this base.
Under the water. Do we have any
Oh,
ability
sorry,
to
the
go
Ulster's
underwater?
Den one. No, the Ulster's Den one.
Yeah, you
I
just don't
just-
want to go there. Not yet.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
an
it's a good
in-character
idea.
comment, knowing that it's a no as the player.
Yeah. I worry, Josias, that you are rushing in.
Sometimes you have to act fast for opportunity.
Last time we rushed in, we ended up losing somebody.
And that's a low blow. That was an attack.
I know. But am I wrong?
Yeah.
We weren't rushing into anywhere. We got ambushed.
And we rushed without a plan.
Because we were ambushed again.
Yeah, no, we didn't know that was going to happen, did we? And Wade
wasn't
decided to go swimming further away from the ship.
He got knocked off the ship.
Yeah, but he carried on swimming away.
Look, we are moving away from the problem. If you guys want to do this, I will do this. But I really think it is a bad idea. I really
Okay,
do.
we get that, but now it's time to vote. Are we going to go in or not? Because these ladies, those legs.
What?
Jesus, Vlad.
Wow.
Glad I'm not the only one who noticed.
Right, okay.
What is it? They're just four red-headed women that look the same. Like, why is everybody thirsty for them?
Come on, man,
Jeez.
those just
Ironically,
red-headed
Josiah isn't. Like, ironically, Josiah's trying to find out. That's the irony of this whole situation.
I heard rumours when I was a youth in training that redheads are amazing in the bedroom. I wish to find out.
What?
For science, of course.
Science.
Barbara just like raises an eyebrow again.
Well, I mean,
Being a redhead herself, like that's a very weird statement to make.
I was going to
in
say,
front of your
there's a lot of redheads in this campaign because you got to remember Charlotte is as well.
Charlotte's red as well.
These like three babes who near enough identical. Come on.
4.
Oh my god.
There's only three here
Four.
at the minute. The fourth one's missing, isn't there?
No?
No,
that's
she's
four.
with us now. She's come back.
Oh, there
She
you go.
went away with Josiah and then came back.
There we go. So there's 4 hot babes here. We've got to find out.
Anyway,
Yes. To the point.
Votes.
Voting.
Where are we voting?
Put your vote on Siren's Rest for yes, on Bitter Lisp Barkers for none.
To adventure.
To infinity and beyond.
There's only 3 on there, or is everybody ticked on there? I can't
There's
see.
4 yeses and 1 no.
Right, no, there's not. There's
there's
only
3
4.
lines and what looks like it would have been a
A triangle, yeah. Which I'm assuming is
Yeah,
liver.
I thought I'd turn the fish off.
fish.
Oh,
I went to
is somebody
chicken and killed a chicken.
abstaining?
Is that everyone that's voted then?
I think everyone.
No,
That's...
there's somebody that's voted. Dax has just
Yeah.
voted.
No, that's everyone.
4-2.
Character suicide and adventure in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Holy man horny.
Holy horny.
Right. If we're voting to go, then we need to just give some orders to the ship to just try and make some money whilst we're not here.
Concur.
What we're doing with fucking Via or Tia or whatever his name
Viv.
was. Viv.
Shit.
Because he
Fire-
can't really
fire-
stay on the island.
Exactly.
Yep.
Buy him a ticket to go on the next passenger ship.
What?
They can drop him off, or he can stay. I mean,
Here's what we do. So we go to the sisters. Sisters are going to take us on their boat to the home. So we're going to go on the way to the docks. We'll go to our boat. We'll drop off Viff, and we'll give orders to Montrose to just try and make some money or do something in the meantime. If we're gone for a week or so, I don't know.
easy, safe cargo runs.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing.
Right. That. Yes. Right.
Aye.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what I'll do then, I'm going to drop off 400 gold that I've got in my pocket to the crew's chest, obviously, so we can earn money. I can earn money as well to go along. So as I'm going to die, at least the crew will be looked after.
It's not trading 2-1-2. You can't just Okay, fair enough. Right.
Bye.
Buy. I invested in Montrose. Okay. Right.
Sell.
Right. Yep. So I'll go to Fellis and say we'll go on your boat. We'll accompany you. I'll just need to give instructions to my crew on the dock when we leave.
Let's get some rations and stuff, obviously, before we go.
The usual.
Vanessa will kind of say to Phyllis, I hope you know what you're doing. Yes, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing this. And they will go out to the ship. Obviously, orders are given. Their ship is not terribly far from yours on the same dock. And
what kind of ship do they have?
A better one.
Hopefully. With a dinghy, then I'm turning around.
No, it's definitely it doesn't take much for it to be a better ship.
Yeah, it's about it's about comparable in size, but you notice that the ship has a lot of accents and adornments of signaling high quality. You can see the sails are well made, but you can notice a lot of engravements and markings on the ship in different parts. Probably for those that are more arcane inclined would probably realize the ship is heavily enchanted.
Oh.
Nice.
I was thinking more of like the list account, but
how much bigger
if it's magic?
They have 0 weapons mounted.
How much bigger is it than ours?
It's about the same.
It's just like it's sleek.
I'm going to assume it's a little bit bigger, but not by much. Only because ours is tiny.
You can tell it's quality. It's well put together. It's extremely well maintained. You also notice it's only the 4 of them on the ship. There is no crew.
Oh.
Huh.
It has no weapons. It has no armaments. It has a small below deck and a cargo hold. It has a ship's wheel and obviously the normal rigging and one singular sail.
I do say this out loud as we're kind of walking towards. Do we want to move our ballista to theirs?
No.
We won't have time to.
Yeah, I'll take a few hours.
Yeah. I was saying it just to kind of poke a response from the 4 women.
No, none of them really pay much attention.
They don't care. Okay.
They're too fixated on leaving.
But they'll get on the ship and they will like get the ship moving and stuff. You'll notice that double check names so I don't get them mixed up. So Yarvesi will get onto the sail and get that pulled down and then get onto the ship's wheel. The other 3 will take points at different parts of the ships and you'll notice that with their palms they'll activate runes that glow very faintly. And you'll notice the ship's sail like has a bit of wind to it, and he's going and he's moving. But you'll notice as these runes glow, you'll notice artificially the wind behind the sail picks up considerably. Basically, they've got artificial wind to speed the ship up.
Cool.
Yeah, Josiah's just sat there. I guess you're offered to help and they'll wave him away because it's all there.
Yeah. It's highly magical and attuned.
He's like just sat there looking like very impressed.
Turn all your lights off. We want to be in complete darkness for this next part.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Where are we going on the map? Which way?
West.
West.
West and underwater.
We're going under. Ooh. I'm excited now. I wonder if I see Uncle Fred.
Yeah, the fucking hermit. Is there anything you guys do on the ship as they're... Because once they main leave port and the runes are active, the other three will begin to wander, but Yardvesi will remain on the ship's wheel, just basically steering it. It's essentially going about double the speed of your ship.
I guess I'll just...
Fast.
Yeah.
Like, your ship does, in optimal conditions, at best, it does 3.5 to 4 mile an hour, in absolute best conditions. This is doing near 10.
It's literally got a magical engine blowing it forwards.
Yeah, basically, it's got a perpetual gust of wind spell.
Hmm.
One, I'll go up to Fellis and say, what will we expect when we meet your father? Is he going to be... What does he look like?
Have you ever met a Dragonborn before?
Dragonborn?
Yes.
Yes, I would have done in my passing.
You
but
would have,
I
definitely.
haven't.
Oh, almost definitely.
Yeah.
Like that.
Huh. He isn't... So he is a Dragonborn?
Yes.
Okay.
Amethyst.
Oh, well...
That perks your interest because you've never heard of an Amethyst Dragonborn before. You've heard of metallic and chromatic, but...
Have I ever heard of dragons going into humanoid?
There's been many a tale, especially of that one legendary tale of the bard that fucked a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of tales of where the dragon turned himself into the most buxom fair maiden there ever did see, or the most hunkiest of hunksters that there ever did see, depending on the choice of preference. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of tales of something exactly like that, yeah. It is well known that dragons often have a humanoid form that they can transform into for means of blending in or playing a part.
Yeah. I was sort of, Josiah will sort of say to him, is he a dragon?
No. Why would you think that?
Because...
I know this is all hard to believe, but this is the reality.
You guys seem incredibly powerful, incredibly magically adept. Your sister has the power to give me these strange powers.
That
and
I don't understand.
Okay. You just seem all like to just think you are humanoiding around, and there isn't something greater. I'm struggling to believe that, I'll be honest.
Sometimes, when all you've got is faith, that's about all the best you can do. Just take what you see in front of you for what it is.
Very well.
I don't believe I've given you any reason to distrust us.
No, I'm just asking. The question I asked was, what would he look like? I just thought maybe he would be something more. Why is Jacob so interested in him? I've got a lot of questions.
Again, this is why I wanted to speak with this Jacob, because I don't know myself. And I wanted to find out.
It's best we go speak to your father and see his side, see what's happening.
Definitely. Is anybody else doing or saying anything during this boat journey?
Just wandering around, looking at the runes, not understanding any of it, but loving the. It's kind of, this is the best magic I've ever seen, kind of moment. Other than that, no.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at the ruins as well.
Yeah, and as you're both kind of like looking over the ruins, Vanessa will kind of come over and be like, "Pretty good, huh? Not bad for a few hours' work."
You did this in hours.
Well, not just me, but a few of us, yeah. And you have the
It's
right
so useful.
Are the ruins painted on or they're carved on?
carved.
Carved.
Yes, the runes are carved in, and then once the ship has been enchanted correctly, everything locks into place. The only problem is, we're the only ones that can use it. Well, I say that, but we did that by purpose to stop any would-be thieves.
Right. Okay.
It's like a magical lock if the average Joe can't interact with it and something like that.
Huh. That aspect is actually very interesting. I don't suppose you could teach that, could you? Is it a specific little bit?
That as well.
If I did, I'd have to kill you, because then you'd learn our tricks too.
Okay.
And the ruins are
I'm
defensive.
joking!
And the ruins defensive.
So you will teach?
No.
Yeah.
But I won't kill you. Yet.
Oh.
So are these ruins all defensive for purpose, or?
No, some of them are defensive. Ones like on the sails are for speed. We've got a couple to make sure the hull can withstand the slapping of the ocean because of the speed we're going, which does also boost its resilience to damage. I think one of the most impressive things I saw was able to ricochet a cannonball at one point.
Really?
We put ourselves in the best position for it, but most ships would have blown all by then.
So the defenses are good, but do you have any attack? I noticed the no ballistas, no cannons.
Well, when you go at the speed we're going, you don't need them.
The whole the rabbit play.
And to be
Fair
fair,
enough.
give Yarvesa a moment on their ship if we can do a drive-by, and yeah, there's no need for ballistas.
Okay.
Pretty handy with
You're a runner.
ablations. Well, we just put ourselves where their weaponry can't, and then we get on board.
Huh.
No need to blow holes in what could be taken.
Nice. I like that. Difficult to do, but with a ship like this.
Yeah. This is the. I will remind, like, this ship is by far and away
Amazing.
the fastest you've ever seen a ship go. This is borderline impossible to do with a real ship, unless you had a ship that is specifically designed for speed, which would be extremely small, extremely light, and being heavy wind in your favor. Like, to do what they're doing in normal conditions is impossible. Especially for a ship of this size, it's just straight impossible.
Where did you learn this magic?
Harkier taught us most of it. Studied the rest. Picked up a few tricks here and there.
Cool.
It's alright, Rose, they're inspecting the cool magic ship.
Cool.
Did you go when they got on the ship?
No, I was still at about. I only went about a minute or two ago.
Okay, that's fine. So I don't need to catch you up on too much, and that's fine. Because they're just talking about the runes and stuff.
Apola's nerding out about the
Yeah.
super cool magic.
Yeah, and Vanessa's kind of like talking to Polar about them.
Cool.
Is there anything
yeah.
Nivara would like to do or say on the ship?
No, she's kind of. I imagine her to be a little bit more reserved than usual, and she's kind of keeping out of everything that's going on kind of quietly at the back and furtively glancing at her timepiece to see if anything's changing.
Nothing's changed at the moment.
Josiah would
Thank
try
you.
and find her.
Not hard to find.
Yeah, imagine she's kind of tucked towards the back. Well, no, because the back of the boat is where the sail is, so she'll be wherever there's not a lot of people, mate. Basically,
Below deck.
even if that's below deck.
Everyone,
Yeah,
everyone is currently above deck, apart from you, Josiah.
Mm-hmm. Are you okay?
I'm quite all right, thank you. Sorry, is there something you wanted to talk to me about?
I know you didn't want to do this, so just seeing how
No,
you are.
I understand that you are the captain, and this is your specific past and futures that you wish to delve into. I am going to be very honest. I think it is foolhardy, and you are signing us up for our death. That will not change, but as I said previously, I will follow you and try to advise as best as I can. If you decide to not listen to me, that is your prerogative.
I'll always listen to you. I might choose just not to follow it.
No, I don't think you actually listen to me. The only reason I say that is because whilst I will apologize for using Wade in order to make you see sense, but that was the one I could think of that could be done in the shortest period of time. There have been a few other occasions where we have rushed in without plan. I'm not going to beat you up over it, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you how I think it is a bad idea, because you know that already. I feel that your passion, which I admire, and your conviction, and a little bit of the fact that, and this is going to come across as not very nice, but your youth, you ran into the thing and followed the shiny thing. And I wonder if some of that might be potentially the reason why you did this. Because you want to know. It is your curiosity. Would you disagree?
He's like, he sort of came into like extend the olive branch, and you've just tried to roast him. So he is like looking at you a little bit differently as he came in. We need to know. And
No.
yes, we need to know. We need to know what is happening. Charlotte put us one unawares and nearly killed Vlad. Like, we can only circle them for so long before they put a knife into us.
Oh, you see for a moment her demeanor change. Like, suddenly she has like a shoulders straighten up considerably, and it's like she shifts. I understand that you believe that you need to know, so you are throwing us into the fire to do so. What benefit does knowing what they are doing currently help us with?
So we can stop it, so we can lure them into traps. If we don't know anything, we are going to be the ones that are blind. Look, I came in here to ask, just to watch out, make sure we don't die, because you're the one that's skeptical, and that's good. We obviously disagree, or we have different beliefs on how this is going to turn out. That's fine. I'm not going to here debate that with you. Just please watch my back, and I'll watch yours. That's all I wanted to say.
That will not change, Josiah.
Well,
whilst we disagree, I agree on the point of please understand. It does not matter.
There you are, and I will listen to anything you see. And he'll walk out, making sure his hat doesn't like hit the top of the door frame as he.
Fuck you. Fuck your hat. Actually, roll a dex save. Roll a dex
I hope
save.
to see.
Does the gust of wind spell blow it away?
No, perfect.
No, it stays where it is for now. I fucking hate that hat so much. I fucking hate that hat.
He's left.
I'm going to kill that hat. What was that, Rose?
After he's left,
Yeah.
and he's gone above deck, can Navarro do something? Just like
pose, yeah.
She kind of like leans against the side, and you know when someone just like dunks their head back, and she's just like, and then she'll summon Kavane at this point, and just be like, I don't know what to say.
Kind of cocks his head at you.
Should I? Yeah. I know that telling him would be a very bad idea, but it's just stupid, you know?
Kind of yips a little bit.
I should trust him. It's kind of difficult though when I think he is going to get us all killed. Because I don't know if he likes us fearless or not, and whether that is playing some part, but I think it is not. I think he is following something else.
Hero complex, squad.
Mm-hmm. But I really need them for, you know.
Kind of bunts your head a little, bunts your hand a little bit.
Oh. And she'll kind of give him like scriptures and everything going, at least I can talk to you. I don't think that breaks the rules, does it? Eh? And she kind of scriptures under his chin a little bit.
Yeah, and it kind of like eyes shut, like chin raised right, like,
Yeah.
fuck, yeah, that's a good shit.
Yeah.
But
I just hope.
you're gone.
And she just finishes off by going, I just hope we will have time after to, you know, save us all. And then she'll give scriptures, and then that's the very end. Yeah.
But back on top deck as Polar
Yeah.
is geeking out. What is Dax, Flad, and Barnet doing? You guys have been quiet.
Smiling Chef and just playing with the deck of cards.
Are you?
I didn't.
Are you?
Just
No, it didn't sound like deck. I'll be honest. Yeah.
Still admire all the
Yeah.
artwork.
Are you using them, or are you just messing around with them?
I was going to say, if I spot him with the deck of cards, can I just like wander past, go, you're going to do me a proper one now, or still not wanting?
No, I'll give you one now.
Oh, baby. Okay, give me a sec.
Okay.
Let me get it up.
This ship is so horny. What is going on?
It's not there.
That was accidental. I hear these readings you do are weirdly accurate.
So far.
Still think it's bullshit, but surprise me.
We're about to find out.
Can I say, I find it funny when people don't believe in like divine stuff in D&D.
In D&D.
Yeah, like when there's magic, it's to be like, I don't believe these cards.
Someone
dear.
said you should make him like a flat earther. If they're like an atheist in like
Yeah.
D&D,
Yeah.
like, make 'em like a flat earther.
That would be funny.
That's quite funny.
Right.
So you don't believe in my cards, but yet you want a reading.
Yeah, surprise me.
So, Laying,
I've seen a bunch of like swindlers who do this, and it's bollocks.
laying the cards out one by one, you raise your hand over them and try to feel again as normal. The ones that just have that slight magnetic pull with your hand. And the first one that you pluck is the Seer card. And it is inverted. And you'll notice the artwork and the text and everything is completely flipped. Polar. And you'll place that one down.
Means nothing to Polar.
No, but you'll notice that the card is... It's written backwards, like all the text is backwards and things like this is more...
Oh, okay.
Like it's completely mirrored, it's flipped.
Hmm.
The next one. And it almost... As you pick it up, you feel like a slight pinprick as you like nick your finger, like with a paper cut on it.
Am I picking them, or is Dax picking them?
No, Dax is picking them.
Dax is doing the
Yeah.
drawing. Okay.
You feel like a pinprick as you pick this one up, as you get a paper cut, as you flip over the Horseman. And then, finally, the next one you see, and the final one you see, is that of the Raven. If you would like to roll a Arcana check to try and decipher the cards through some explanation by myself, you may. Otherwise, I will allow you to embellish as you like.
I'm doing Arcana check.
Okay. So without going too much into detail, because I'll allow you to see, but I'll explain some of the choices. The Seer card being inverted is interesting because usually it refers to a snap decision or a quick wit of the person that is having the reading done. The fact that it's inverted would almost say that an event that's going to be happening to that person hangs in the balance over a snap decision. Some bit of keen intellect, inspiration, clever mind something is going to affect Polar greatly, and it's going to be down to someone else to do. The others, not having any other orientation or weirdness, are pretty as they read on your thingy, on your list. But
Yeah.
that just explains why the Seer card was inverted a little bit. But you may explain this to Polar as you wish.
Are you hiding something?
Always.
Yes, the cards can tell something. You're hiding something. But
Aren't
then
we all?
I'll, yeah. And then Dax will point to the inverted Seer card. But this is a particularly interesting one.
Okay.
I think someone is going to be helping you out massively on a snap decision. What happens? Even I don't know.
So someone's going to make a decision.
It affects the balance of your life potentially.
Okay. Well, I think, didn't the captain just make one?
Oh, got him.
Hang on, everyone.
Is that all you're explaining?
Yeah.
Okay. That's information you glean, Polar. But,
Yeah.
Dax, as you go to put the cards away, you feel like you talk with Polar, and Polar like gets the answers, and then Polar walks away. And as you like picking the cards up, one of the cards is stuck to the deck of the ship. Like, you pick all the rest up, you put them in your hand, and then the other one, you just can't, you know like when you try and get a card off a table and you can't, like, get your thumb under it or anything, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And
is it?
You try for a few moments, but then the card releases, and it's the card of the ghost. But the card is mirrored in a way, not mirrored as in flipped and inverted, but mirrored as in you see the reflection of yourself in the card.
Yeah, this startles Dax a little bit.
That's it. After you finally pry this card up and you look at it for a moment to see, like, you kind of, and then the card just goes completely light again and back to normal, and you stick it back in your deck.
I'll do a perception just to see if I spot that.
Go for it.
10.
You'd probably see him having trouble picking one of the cards up, but you probably would just put that down to, like you say, you know, when you've got a playing card on a table and you try and pick it up, but you just can't get it.
Yeah. I don't see the expression of...
No, I would probably say you saw him struggling to pick the card up, and you probably thought, nah, I'll get it in a sec.
I wandered off.
Yeah. And then you kind of back-turned as...
Fair enough.
Yeah, Dax just... Oh, he puts the cards back in.
Yeah.
Back in order and put them away.
Not playing with your cards again tonight? You done now?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Scared straight. That's how we do it here, boys. But after what is a couple of hours of travel, and you guys have travelled and covered considerable distance, like obviously you're going way quicker. You don't quite know exactly where you are because distance travel.
Sorry, if we're doing random travel, at some point I get some lessons from Nagora, maybe.
This is only over a couple of hours because.
No, okay.
Check this out.
Concorder boats.
Yeah. Next time we fast travel, stick a lesson.
In. Because again, remember you were asked to turn off all lights, and I assume everyone complied, right?
Yeah.
So the ship is eventually plunged into complete darkness, which does concern traveling at such a high speed in the dark, because by this point it is the beginnings of evening as the sun has began to set. It by the time a couple of hours gone by, it's definitely set. It's the very beginning of nighttime. And Felice will just go around and make sure everyone's okay, and then we'll just ask everybody, if you can, we're going to be moving on properly soon, so if you could all go below deck, please, that would be much appreciated.
Moving on properly?
Yes.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
As opposed to
Josiah points like
underwater.
down. Yeah.
If you could, please. And the four of them stay above deck.
Do as told.
Actually, no, Felice will come down with you. Right. It's gonna feel weird, but you'll be fine, trust me. And she'll cast message, which is what she did earlier when she was speaking to Joseph for the first time, up. And you'll hear her just speak. You're free to go whenever you wish. And you suddenly feel the ship rise up, and then you all suddenly feel cold. And you all suddenly feel as if, like, gravity has just gone threefold on you guys. You feel heavier than normal. As you notice instantaneously, the ship, along with you and the crew, teleports.
Huh.
This is why they wanted the lights off. Don't want to be seen. And then almost instantaneously, as you all feel this weight. Yeah, that's... Fuck you, Josiah. Fuck your hat, man. And the gravity you feel, like, is the pressure of the water as you are unknown depth. And, like, instantly the ship rocks and then steadies itself. Right, we're here. Well, we're at least nearby. But give us probably 30 minutes or so and then we'll be there properly where you can leave the ship safely.
Mm-hmm.
They're okay upstairs at the moment. They have air. I just came down here to make sure you guys all were okay during the travel. And we've never brought anyone with us. It could have gone horribly wrong.
Desire tries not to make eye contact with Nivara at that point.
There's like a look of you could have told us that beforehand, but I'm not saying anything.
I can imagine. Rather than all looking at Fellis for not warning you, everyone looks at Josiah for bringing you.
Novara instead looks quite queasy. Like
Mm.
she's not happy being underwater. She's okay on water, but this is a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, no, this
Don't
is
look happy.
extremely dangerous because,
Yeah.
especially being highly intelligent, Nivara would know that if you're a few thousand feet deep, like, if this ship caved
Yep.
in, you would die instantly.
Yes.
If
Not everyone.
Pressure.
pressure,
Yeah,
water
it's
pressure.
water pressure. It's not
We are
drowning.
deep.
It's not
It's
drowning,
crushed.
it's the water pressure. You'd be you'd be crushed.
Oh god, we're on an experimental ship. That isn't for safety regulations. Oh no!
Look, no
Why
one...
are you sassing us? You did this!
No, Ben's making a call back. There isn't a
Did we
dodgy controller. There isn't a Logitech
have-
controller.
yeah. Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
God fucking damn. I didn't realise that would even be a close call.
A little bit scary.
It's just when you were talking about it, I was like, oh right, this is
I didn't realise.
Oh, brilliant.
But yeah, the ship thankfully doesn't creak, doesn't groan, doesn't bend or break. It seems obviously the ship is purpose-built, which you would hope, considering this is their home,
yeah.
apparently.
It's not made out of fiberglass, is it?
No.
Maybe. Maybe, baby. But
No.
you continue travel. And Fellis will continue to send messages up and receive. Right, well, it seems we're plain sailing as well. Sailing as sailing could be. We'll be there any moment. Where we're going, there is an air pocket. You'll be able to leave the deck and breathe and walk around normally. It might feel weird. It's quite deep where we are, but your bodies should be fully adjusted considering you're not actually in the water. And eventually, after about 20 minutes, half hour of travel, the ship will eventually come to a halt, and then you will feel it judder as it breaches something, and then you will feel weightlessness. Like the ship, almost like it's in... the ship feels like it's moving in zero gravity, but everything in the ship and you guys is affected by gravity, if that makes sense.
Right, okay.
But the ship itself feels like it's moving weightlessly. And then eventually that will come to a stop. And Felix will just say, stay here, one moment. And she will double check through messages and then go above deck herself. And you'll see that there is a large pouring of light coming down. And then the deck door shuts. A few moments pass. A few moments pass. A few moments pass again. And then Fellis will open the door and just shout down, you can come up now. It's fine. We were just making sure the ship was secure.
Josiah will be the first one to go up.
You can see lights attached to the tips of large and long metal poles. You can see the space around you is a large sphere. Outside of that sphere, you can see the dark depths of the ocean.
Imagine it's just black.
Yeah, yeah. But the lights that are around do breach it a tiny bit, but tiny.
Yeah.
Wait, so we're in a sphere.
You're
So
in
is
a-
it like
this-
glass? Is it like glass and we can see the ocean on the outside?
No.
Right,
It's
okay.
just raw magical energy. You can see it bend and ripple with the water.
Right,
But
okay, okay.
we can see the
I just
water.
wondered why we could see through it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically clear magical energy that is forcibly holding the water back, creating this large air pocket. But that's not the most interesting
Right.
thing. The ship is currently docked and floating in stasis in the air, attached to this large, winding metal structure. This large sway of tunnels and large bulbous rooms. As you are looking at what could only be described as like a large
The Convent City.
like facility. Like it's not like a city, it's like one building, but it's all connected through tunnels and large rooms.
I'm getting very Gungan vibes.
This is like an underwater laboratory almost, like sci-fi type bullshit.
Is this bloody Rapture? Like,
Actually, that's a
Rapture's
very
not bulbous, but
that's a very good
Yeah.
description for the basic idea, though. The rooms
Oh,
are
okay.
the rooms are more bulbous though because spherical shapes tend to handle pressure more. So if anything did ever happen, protection. But yeah, no, it's a series of tunnels and rooms, up and down, up and down. It is gargantuan. There is hundreds of rooms and thousands of tunnels connecting them. Up and down, left and right, diagonal.
great.
Do we see any like marine life?
You probably wouldn't know because a lot of the sea life this deep in the ocean wouldn't go near the light too much because it would
Yeah.
not be
Yeah.
good for them.
This is the creepy shit down here.
Yeah,
Why-
this
why
is
is
this
that
is
the-
Mariana.
Yeah.
You're talking like your characters wouldn't know this, but this is like Mariana Trench depths.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is creepy.
yeah, there's weird anglerfish and
Yes, that type of
Oh,
depth where a lot of fish are blind because there is just
There's no point in eyes.
because there's so little light. Yeah,
Is there signs of battle or fighting or anything like that?
you can make a perception check to listen for any signs of.
I think it's more historical. I think Vlad's looking for.
Well, actually, was you looking for like signs of fighting now or like as if previous? Sorry.
Previously, is there any signs of it?
Oh, well, it's still perception, I would say, because you could see if there's like the building's scarred or whatever.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for.
Excuse me, got a sneeze?
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Did my
Thank
character
you.
hear that?
Yes.
Good.
There was a
Guys,
sneeze.
sneezing going on. There's a sneeze. Someone's here.
No, the building looks incredibly well kept. It looks incredibly well maintained. It doesn't look like the buildings or the surrounding area shows any battle damage. But that doesn't mean to say that one's never occurred because it could have been patched up and fixed.
Hmm.
Walking off the ship and onto like a small like metal dock, and then you see ahead of you there's like a large metal door. Just make sure when you get in, just don't stray too far. It's
No,
incredibly easy to get lost. And Felis will lead the way, and Edize will follow behind and like shut essentially the airlocks. And following you, you follow these like series of tunnels and you go past these metal doors that are shut, and you can see like with small window hatches into those rooms. You can see numerous different rooms. Mostly a lot of the rooms that you're going through now are recreational and like reciprocal rooms, so like just living rooms, essentially studies, maybe even like some small guest rooms and things like that. Is there anything you guys do while you're walking down and through?
I think he's just. Josiah will just ask. I take it we're going to see your father straight away.
Yes. Yes. We're going to make sure he's okay. Speak with him and see what he understands of this Jacob.
who else lives here? This is a massive place.
Just father and our sisters. Has been like that.
How many? Just the 13.
14.
No,
14
there's 13. The 14 people, 13 sisters. Because it's
Right.
Arkia and
Dang.
13. Yes.
Whilst we're going through these rooms, and you suggested that we were going over studies and stuff like that,
Mhm.
do I pick up any languages as we're walking through? Like, is there a specific kind of language that keeps cropping up?
A lot of the rooms are marked in Draconic.
Draconic.
Sense.
Okay.
All of the
Draconic.
rooms, like their labels are all Draconic.
Do I spot any? And this is just, I'm pretty sure at this point it's not. But do I spot any deep speech anywhere?
Make a perception check.
Oh my god, it bounced off a 20 again, but that's an 11. I am rolling. That's my highest roll all night, I think.
You do not spot any deep speech on your travels.
Okay. I'm
No.
pretty sure at that point that I wasn't going to, but
Yeah,
okay.
and you'll
Draconic.
notice you entered the facility. I'm just going to call it the facility because that's the best way
Yeah.
to describe it.
Yeah.
You
no
entered the
worries.
facility near the top, and
Mhm.
you go through a couple series of tunnels, and then you go down a few tunnels that are diagonal downwards, like staircases. So you're obviously
Can I-
descending deeper. Yeah.
Can I make note of our route just in my head?
You've got keen mind. You don't need to make note of it. You just know it.
Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to mean so we had, like, just in case, a route out, or at least knowing which way's out and then not
Yeah.
going in that direction, depending on if it's all collapsing in on us. But
And then
yeah,
eventually
just-
you'll enter a central, like, cylinder with a platform on it. You'll be instructed to stand on it, which it will then descend like an elevator and will start going down. Down and 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 down. To the
How
depths.
much-
And then up for a second, but then carries on going down.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then it slided to the left and then to the right. And then it did a crisscross. Okay?
everybody clap your hands. No.
Don't, you'll break the
Um,
elevator. Hold the claps. Right.
Can I guess how, based on the amount of time that we travelled, how deep we could be at this point?
You've probably gone
Like,
down
we
about...
travelled miles, right?
No.
like-
I was being overly dramatic. Probably
Right,
about
okay.
400 or 500 feet.
Right, okay. But based on the amount of time that it took us when we... Oh, we didn't know because we teleported and then we were 30 minutes away. Okay.
And don't forget,
I'm guessing we're
once you
leagues
went below
under the
deck,
sea.
you didn't see anything.
No.
Oh yeah, no, it's safe to say with how
I-
dark it is. Yeah, under the sea.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
leagues and leagues under the sea.
Better where it's
So-
under.
So I'll ask, like, if this is only the 14 members of your family, and this is a huge place, what is it built for?
Means
What does it do?
You're probably best to talk to Father about that, honestly. But as far as we've been aware, it's only been us that live here and work here.
Yeah, but and then I gesture, like, maybe out of a window. It's like, this is a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, there
What-
isn't any
what
external
did-
windows.
Oh, right, okay. Is it well, okay.
You can still
Yeah,
gesture
those
like
chaps at the minute.
vague gesture of this place is massive. So what is
it is a little excessive.
what do you
I will be
do
honest.
here?
Well, as
It
I
can't
s-
just all be living rooms and toilets.
Well,
Why don't we...
at least with us, we were given leagues of space of our own. We wasn't just given a bedroom. We were given almost several rooms of hundreds of feet. It's how we managed to train and practice ourselves as best as we could.
So
Is your
you have, like,
father-
Like I
this is like building a town for each person.
almost
Polar?
actually the way it's explained. Yeah, it's like Felice would explain how she was given essentially a large prayer room for her clerical like training, And
Cathedral.
yeah, she was given an entire fucking like prayer room, an entire bedroom, a large
Just
like,
to pray in. There's a whole mansion just to sleep in.
exactly. So it's excessive to the nines.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing to remember is if you have the power or the money, you tend to want to go. What's the best way of explaining it? Architecture varies based on things.
Eventually,
Sounds like yes.
go on, Karen, say that, Jose, and I'll carry on.
It was just going to say. He was just going to say. Well, you have those crabs that like go
Hermit
from one
crabs.
shell to another shell. This isn't Josiah saying. He's like, you got crabs that go from one shell to another shell, and I think someone found a big fuck off shell.
And you've got a shell at home.
Yeah.
When are you going to trade that fuckery?
I think these are all questions to ask Akia.
If he's here.
Eventually, the
Let's
elevator
find
will
out.
stop at the bottom. You are now at the very bottom of the elevator.
Of the ocean.
Maybe.
Sorry.
Maybe. Stepping out into like a lot, like whereas every door has like every room has doors, like this one doesn't have a door attached to it, and you like walk out and you can see like there's a small fire crackling away in the corner, and you can see a large backed chair with its back to you. And you can see a desk, and you can see piles of books and like different vials and different potions like all scattered around like a large table. And you hear a voice like just kind of call over, who's that? Which one of you's come home? And then Felis will, it is the Linviticus's father. We're back. We come to check on you. Are you doing all right? And he'll kind of like turn in his chair. What do you mean come to check on me? Of course I'm fine. And we'll kind of turn in his chair, and you will see this shining purple amethyst dragonborn with large, like, little, you know, like the little tendril things like gold dragons have. Like the little weird face tentacle things that look like mustaches.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to describe them other than that.
No, I just got a way of speaking. Imagine
Okay.
a handlebar, like one of those.
Yeah, kind of,
Yeah.
And it kind of turns, and you can see that he's got like these small like reading spectacles on that are like tiny compared to him because he's quite big, and the chair's even bigger. Who have you? You brought outsiders in with you. Why? And then, Father, look, this one here is Josiah, and he bears our symbol. Not just any of our symbols, but Loxana's symbol. Loxana's? What do you mean? And he'll kind of like turn and like stand up properly, and will, with a flick of the wrist, you'll see him summon like a large metal cane that like tinks on the floor as he walks over, like tink, tink, as he takes steps over. So he's not using it as a crutch to walk on, but kind of just like he uses it to lean on very slightly.
It's more for style.
He probably uses it a tiny bit, but he could probably do. He'd probably be okay without.
Oh, okay.
I guess I will turn my like the thing around and show the back where is like a sigil of Loxana on the back.
No, what it was, she cast it, essentially, she cast it, identify on it, which is how she found out.
Ah, right.
The back was plain, but she kind of was doing it as an inspection type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Josiah doesn't know that. He's like,
It's blank on the back as far as you can tell.
Yes, I found it on an island above. And my ex-captain, a pirate captain's flying your symbol as well. And he seems hell-bent to get down here. I don't know if he did something to Loxana, but she came to me in a vision.
Loxana came to you in a vision.
Aye.
Have you confirmed this to be correct, Felis? Yes, Father, I've confirmed everything that he said, at least to my understanding. What he's saying is correct, which is why I brought him here, and the rest are his crew. Quick question, actually. Where's Vith? What did you do with Vith?
We put him on the boat. If
Okay.
Yeah, he's on our
okay.
ship.
He's on
Wade's
our
rest.
ship.
Cool.
on the
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
Wade's
wanted
rest.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure, because I didn't know.
yeah, I said like when we were
I
rushing
did- yeah, I
down, I
didn't
gave
hear.
it to Montrose and
Yeah.
gave orders to
Yeah.
Montrose just do some light trading if we weren't
Yeah.
back in a day or two.
Okay, that's fine.
During their work, he will decide whether or not he stays or gets dropped off.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was like because the boat was next to our boat. I said like we'll do that stuff and put them on AI mode as we're off on this whatever.
Well, the last time I checked, your sister Loxana was in trance with her patron, and she's been communing for a while. It's been about 2 days or so. Is it possible that, Father, we can go and check on her? Just put our minds at ease and make sure that she's fine.
Oh.
Go on, Rose.
Yeah, you see Nivara go to say something, then remember where she's at.
Yeah, Polar winces. It's like, oh, do you really want
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Do you speak or do you remain silent? Navara?
She'll remain silent.
We can't speak with her right now. She is with her patron. We have been informed, as we've been told before, that they require solitude to commune. It's how she is able to work on herself, as you've done with your celestial pact. Yes. You're so concerned about this pirate or what have you, and he bears our symbol. I suppose we could probably look in on him and see if we can find him. We have archaic means. We can scry and see what he's up to.
Ooh.
That would.
That'd be good.
Yeah. We've only had that before. Yes, I advise not to approach him directly to your daughters. And we were feared that he might have been down here. That's why I brought my companions too, in case there was a fight.
The only way anybody can get down here safely is with the use of my ships.
And
Yeah,
a pirate-
he was only
pirate
buying a
finds-
diving.
Yeah. This was a man who was a small-time pirate, and his ambition. I served as his first mate, and his ambition has grown tenfold every day from when I knew him. I would advise caution.
Well, I'll believe that when I see it, and believe you me, if this is the case, I will make the preparations and we will see it very soon. For now, fellas, put these people in the guest room 24.
Guest room 24, which is actually like a full hotel.
It's a suite. It's like the presidential
It's
suite.
like-
It's
think-
the house.
Think the Las Vegas penthouses, in the skyscrapers,
Yeah.
where it's,
Six rooms
it's
to it.
practically a flat.
Yeah. Has a hot tub for a bath. Yeah, we know the
I will
drill.
make the preparations for some scrying. I will put away my goods. You'll get yourselves rested and prepared. I will also see if Loxana is doing okay and if she's complete or not. And that is where we're going to end the session.
Yes, fair enough.
Yeah.
Can I do
Last
one
comment? Go on,
cliffhanger?
go on, go on, go on.
Can I do one cliffhanger?
Go on.
Can I whisper to Phalis and ask her who Loxana's praying to?
I don't know the name exactly, but I'm aware that her patron is fiendish in nature.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's where
okay.
we're gonna leave it.
Yeah, I was like, that was.
Yeah. Saw that coming.
Bum, bum, bum. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yes, thank you, Danny. It was a very good session.
Yeah, I do like how the campaign has taken a sudden left turn and we're now doing something completely different.
Yeah, but do you want to know what the piss
Yeah.
tech is? This was always here.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
guys
no, I
have
don't
che- if
doubt
you'd have
it.
guys-
Yeah, we know the way you do things.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
I always
it
put out
exists.
multiple main plot lines, and I just embellish the one that you pick. It just so happens you picked up one, and now you've picked up a second one, like a greedy fucking kid in a candy store. Or maybe they're together. Maybe they're intertwined. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they're intertwined.
I'm
I know
pretty
for a
sure
fact
they
they're
are, but,
intertwined. Yeah.
we were
We
going to
need to
sell
discuss.
wood and then look at some ruins was the plan, and now all of a sudden we're under the sea in Rapture.
I was completely sideswiped by this because I had the fucking session notes for you going to Underbelly Descent. I'd written 3 pages of Underbelly fucking Descent.
I'll go there. I'll go there.
Literally, I had written that you were going to meet these people at the outpost, but I didn't expect you to fuck off with them.
To jump on it and just go,
No.
Oh, don't worry. We need to discuss things away from the audience. I'm very sorry, but I have theories and ideas.
Well, we're going to hear those theories
As
in a
always.
minute off stream.
Yeah.
So for everyone that's watching, I do appreciate it. I forgot to click record this stream, so there's no, if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, whatever, blah, 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 because I'm going to have to download it off Twitch and then just cut the end. No, I can just download it off Twitch and cut the end.
Oh, okay.
Like, I can,
Okay.
I can do that. Like, it just takes a bit more time. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, that's all.
bit more effort. but
Yeah. There's no issue.
As long as it's not lost, because it was
No,
a
no,
good.
no, 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 it's not lost.